Hello, good evening, good morning. I guess it's good morning. Welcome everybody in the chat. Nice to have you all here. We are about 10 minutes out from this reveal show. So I thought that we'd jump on, we'd have a little chat about what we potentially think is coming. I'm going to be leaning heavily on you guys in the chat. Hopefully you're all well and you're all ready for this epic reveals. Epic isn't my word. Did Warhammer say epic? I think that they said epic. But this is the last reveal show of the year, or the last big reveal show. There's going to be other reveals. There's always something around Christmas. Not necessarily a show, but there'll be posts and things. Warcom will have bits. But this is our final look at what's coming for 2025. We're over here on their official Instagram, because we have a couple of little teasers that we're going to touch on. Give us a hint of what's coming. But we have, hopefully, a really good reveal show. Doesn't have to be great. It should be for all the stuff that they've been holding back over the year, because we haven't had much from them. We haven't had any third-party reveal streams or anything like that. They're very much keeping it all in-house. As soon as we go live, we'll hop over. We will have a bit of chat from them, hopefully at the end of this, if my voice is still going. We will take a look at the Warcom articles as well, just get a bit of an idea of what's going on. But yeah, we're just here to have fun. It's almost 12:30 in the UK here. I have been, well, celebrating yesterday and then recovering today. So you'll have to bear with me. And I'm so out of touch with streaming. I've logged into YouTube to get stuff done. And yeah, the back end is different. And there's new things. Apparently we have a leaderboard now. So excellent. But Dan, nice to have you in the chat. Looks like you're excited for this one. What are you hoping to see? Chat, tell me. I want to know what's got you excited. Is it Old World, 40k, AOS? Any AOS fans out there? There's got to be one or two, right? Legions Imperialis, do we even talk about that anymore? Heresy is probably going to be quite a big one, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's there myself. Necromunda is a huge one for me as well. I'm thinking not new gangs, but new elements for gangs, existing gangs. Hopefully not new edition, because it doesn't need it. And then the Old World. The Old World, well, we have a tease for that. The big one, I think, is going to be 40k for me, because we're coming to the end of 10th edition. Some will be celebrating that fact. But we're hitting that narrative point. Hopefully December, just after Christmas, it's going to start to roll into that final 5-6 month narrative period that they do with all of their big games. Lehman Russ is coming back, right? He's got to be. He has to be. We have to get a Loyalist Primarch. Hey Dan, nice that you're still here. Expect plenty of Ultramarines. Is that what's meant to be coming? You're more into AOS. Found out AOS fan. I love a bit of AOS. I do love my AOS. Dan, thank you for joining us live. And everybody else here, this is such a small channel. There's so many great streamers covering this as well. So thank you all for being here. But let's get into what we're going to talk about. Obviously, Warhammer Quest Darkwater. How could I forget the full box reveal that we've kind of already seen? But I think that actually might be my most anticipated for this stream. That Warhammer Quest is looking very good. So we've had chat of Ultramarines. And I guess that we'll start with this, shall we? Because this is very Imperial, Ultramarine-y. Ultramarine helmet. It's a sergeant helmet, so does that, or a lieutenant helmet. A ranked officer, but it's definitely Ultramarine logo. So, more blue guys. I mean, look, if it's cool models that I can kit bash for the Space Wolves, it's okay, but we'll see. I guess the poster boys need love too, because they have everything else. So 40k is obviously 500 worlds, we think, is the narrative campaign. It links in with Ultramar. We've had Calgar, we've had Kato, we've had the new Victrix Guard, which are stunning. And then they all drop tomorrow, or later on today is when they officially release. If you've got your pre-orders in, you can pick them up, or they should be shipped to you right now. That's all kicking off later today. New Terminators, Assault Terminators. So Space Marines are getting quite a lot at the minute, and I know that's not for everyone. Most of the internet is a bit annoyed about it, because there are other factions that need stuff. But it sounds like we're going to get some Ultramarines, and if it's cool models, I'm okay with it. But I, as a Space Wolf player, I don't really have a leg to stand on, do I? But the AOS stuff, and I've done a couple of our... Oh, we haven't talked about this week's rumour engine. I don't think I've even seen the image. I was down in London on Tuesday, and I've been completely out of it this week. So, yeah, I think that this sick new miniatures, obviously Nurgle, very Nurgle-y. I think that this is AOS. We've seen some previous rumour engines talking about Nurgle-y, AOS-y stuff looking very, very chaosy. So that's what I'm thinking. And this one has to be Old World. Because that is the Grand Cathay logo. Grand Cathay, brand new Old World full plastic army for this year. And that's what we have. More Wave 3, potentially, of Grand Cathay. So, yeah. Exciting? Is it exciting? Right, I'm just going to throw the audio up on this. Let me know how that sounds in the chat. Hopefully it's not too loud. I can knock it down here if we need. In fact, it should be around there. You guys seeing Old World thriving? Yeah, I think with Old World, what they need to do... Right, I can hear myself think now. What they need to do for me with Old World is keep the current factions, keep the current story going. They're doing really well with the Arcane Journals from what I've seen. Everybody that I know that plays it is really excited. But we need to see more stuff, like new stuff, plastic stuff, even if it is just redoing units in modern plastic. And stepping up the game a little bit is what I want to see. Hopefully it's thriving good enough for that. It's not a game I'm ever going to be getting into, but I love the models. And Cathay is really nice. Sounds good. Thank you, Dan. Thanks for keeping me in check. But yeah, as we get into this, we're a couple of minutes out from this starting. Just hit me with some questions. Let me know what you think about these reveals. Let me know, honestly, if it works or it doesn't work for you. Because there's quite a lot going on here. And not everything is for everyone. Let's just have a quick look on Warcom before we... Oh, we have our image. We have our image, guys. So this is the reveals preview, and this is like the news feed on Warcom. We have obviously Nurgle in the middle, something big for Nurgle. That looks like a Stormcast or Stormcast helmet. Don't know what that is. That's a cool looking archer. That's got to be Old World, right? I don't know. That's a Necron. Is that a Chaos Terminator? Or could it be Cataphracti Terminators? You think Immortal Ultramarines and Necrons? Well, we've definitely got some Necrons there. That looks chaosy to me. Especially with the bolter mag like that with the loose rounds. But that could be Heresy. Corsairs? Yeah, I'd be up for Corsairs. Chaos factions need... We've got quite a lot of decent individuality for Chaos. But I feel like we need more factions. There's so many great sub-factions that's more interesting than the current stuff. I love my World Eaters, don't get me wrong. Thousand Sons, they have an incredible aesthetic. Death Guard, stunning models as well. And the Emperor's Children, obviously new this year, but they're pretty nice. They're nice looking models. They need fleshing out a bit more. So does World Eaters, to be honest. But I think we need more. Just more individual stuff. A couple of units for all the little sub-factions. A couple of new heroes. Is it Huron Blackheart? Is he the Corsairs guy? The Red Corsairs, sorry. Yeah, but we need, like, Chaos needs new heroes. Or reimagined heroes. In fact, everything but Space Marines needs reimagined and redone heroes. I'm trying to work out what that is. It's these bits, these shoulder pads are throwing me off, but it does look... I mean, that base doesn't necessarily look... That's Necromunda. Do we think that's Necromunda? That looks like some sort of goat man. And it doesn't feel Grand Cathay. It feels a bit more Wood Elfy, actually, looking at it. It is Huron Blackheart, is it? Yeah. I'd love to see him come back, because his model isn't terrible, but it needs a bit of a refresh. Like a lot of the stuff here. I mean, yeah, we're in for a great show, I think. I think that this is really going to be nice. Let's jump over and we'll catch it all live. Again, when their audio kicks in, let me know that it's okay. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud or too quiet. Just sort my phone out as well. And the plan is, once we've gone through and we've actually seen the reveals, you'll get my live reaction, and I'm going to get yours in the chat as well. And then the idea is to jump back over to Warcom, and we'll have a look and see what's going on with their more in-depth previews. It's how I like to do these anyway. And this live stream will obviously stay up on the channel, as long as there's no copyright issues. There shouldn't be. They're usually pretty good, the Warhammer stuff. New AOS units for Underworlds. Oh, Underworlds. Underworlds wasn't on the list, though. But it could be. It could also be Warhammer Quest. Horsemen paired with the Hellsmiths. Yeah, the, yes, the Centaur things. Is it Sylvaneth? I can't remember what faction they were. Yeah, it does have that vibe, actually. Yeah, you could be right. I don't know, I'm getting excited now. I just really want to see more. I really want to, like... We're a minute late, guys. Come on, we need these reveals. But what are they going to start with? I think they're going to hold off on 40k till the end. We might start with Necromunda. We might start with Heresy. I think that Heresy they're going to really try and push. And I do think it's Cataphracti Terminators from that image we've just seen. This is live as well, isn't it? Over in... Well, it might be live in their studio, but it could also be live over in Atlanta, which is where the World Championships are. Interestingly, this World Championship Grand Narrative thing that's going on talks about the Steel Legion. Sorry, no, it was the Mordian Guard, wasn't it? They've got rid of the weird effect on the camera, which is great. So the camera's a little clearer, but we can't hear Adam and Eddie. No, they haven't turned their mics on, but it looks like they are live. Oh, oof, bad audio. So they're doing it live in the room. That's awesome. Right, that sounds very quiet. And very echoey. I don't know what mic they're on, but they're clearly not on those mics that they're talking into.
And we can see there are already thousands of you watching along at home on the stream. Do let us know where you're...
I do like that they're doing it live, though. I think that gives it an extra bit of credit. And you're going to get a live reaction from the room, hopefully. Sound issues on their end. Yeah, there's always something. I do like the Adam and Eddie shows. The Nick one, Nick and Alex, is it Alex? Who've done the last couple, have done really well as well in the studio. But for me, Adam and Eddie are the main two who should be doing this stuff. Oh, the sound's jumping up. Can you hear anything from them in the chat? Because I'll happily turn it up on my end and we'll just tweak it as we go, but they're definitely very quiet. Which probably isn't a bad thing, actually, is it? We don't get the corporate waffle.
As you can gather, there's a really excited and engaged home crowd as well.
No, we heard none of that. So whatever's going on with the mics.
Welcoming us and hosting us. It's really lovely to be here. Now, what is the World Championships of Warhammer? And what
it's hard to make out.
Why are we here? Well, we've got a little reel to show you what it's about.
Right, I've turned it up a good chunk, but I can't hear the desktop audio feed directly. So, Dan, let me know if that's too loud or not. Sounds like it's just jumped up again. Wow, that's stunning. The cosplay stuff is amazing. I'd love to go to one of these tournaments. It's the fact that narrative-wise, people get so into it and dress up. That's perfect. It's all right. Perfect. Thank you.
There we are. That is. I'm not used to having to pause for applause after every video. We're gonna have to
Look, I'm no expert at doing this. I am an amateur streamer at best. I've been doing it for a few years, on and off. But I hope that my audio is usually audible.
Yeah, to see like the better part of 1,000 people.
Yeah, they need to make some live adjustments on the soundboard, I think.
To watch all of these people enjoying the grand narrative, where they're exploring the Warhammer 40,000 universe through these linked campaign games, has been a real thrill. One of the other things that Eddie and I have been talking about, and
They're just waffling on about the grand narrative.
is that it's the 50th anniversary of Games Workshop as a company.
They mentioned the 50th anniversary. Good. Still can't hear the applause.
Got us thinking about like what that means for us, right? I've been in the Games Workshop hobby now for 36 years or so, and except for my wife, all of my favorite people in my life, all of my best friends,
Yeah, I think their soundboard, or they've caught a setting and the mics aren't coming through properly. It's live. Look, they're doing it live. They don't normally do it live. They're normally in a controlled studio environment, so there's going to be issues. I expect that it's the same feed. I mean, it might be different on Twitch, but I don't really want to go over there. It's just my personal preference that we watch it on YouTube. I should have linked this in the description. Right, I'll link this in the description once we're done.
Lots of celebrations over on our channels, the Warhammer community website, over the next kind of coming weeks as we look
Right,
at
while they're waffling on, do we have anything over here?
Awesome. So,
But you didn't come for that, did you?
you did not come
Come
for
for
that.
that.
So, what really remains
No.
now is to tell everybody here and everybody at home how the rest of this show is going to work. For the next hour and 15 minutes or so, probably, we've got
Over an hour?
fantastic Warhammer reveals for you.
We might be here a
All
while.
sorts of settings. I listed them all out in that video that we did a while ago. But we've got Warhammer Age of Sigmar, we've got the Old World, we've got the Horus Heresy, Necromunda, and Warhammer 40,000. So there's
But nothing
loads of
new.
great stuff to enjoy. Should we start with?
They might start with Darkwater, actually.
We waited long enough.
Right. Well, let's run the show.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is looking stunning. That might be the Nurgle-y stuff, actually. Beasts of Nurgle. Like Beastmen of Nurgle as well. Oh, wow. Oh, that was the Archer. Okay. New cooperative adventure for up to 4 players. Wow. That look, it's a book of boards. What a cool idea to have different... Oh, I like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are really excited to preview to you today Warhammer Quest Darkwater.
I'm not saying a word. I've streamed with the lights off before.
It's a fantastic adventure game set in the mortal realms. Eddie, what can you tell us?
I'm so excited about this.
So those of you who are familiar with Warhammer Quest, you might have played some of the Warhammer Quests in the past. It is effectively you
That is a two-headed Beastman of Nurgle.
into the darker, more grim places within the Warhammer setting. In this particular
Have we ever seen Nurgle Beastmen? That's really cool.
in the realm of life in an area corrupted by Nurgle, and as you saw there in the video, there is an amazing range of Maggotkin of Nurgle miniatures in that box set for your heroes to fight against. So yeah.
So it is Maggotkin of Nurgle.
See the models.
So some of these ones we have already had a chance to look at on the Warhammer community website. We've previewed a few of the heroes already. We'll have a quick.
You enjoying this one? Yeah, yeah. Top quality stream.
This is the full box set spread there, and you can see you've got.
So that's got to be, what,
Yeah, absolutely.
60 miniatures? No,
Outstanding adventure.
50 miniatures in the box?
We'll talk in more detail about some of the things that, if you are familiar with previous iterations of Warhammer Quest, might be raising some questions, in particular the board.
So we've got our other heroes down here.
And some detail at the minute.
What's that?
He says.
And then this is all of the enemies by the looks of it. We've got a couple of tokens, dice, a couple of special dice. That'll be for the profiles, the crits and things.
We wait for the next tile.
I love that this board is a book.
Wait for the. Oh, there we
There
go.
it is, there it
Thanks,
Right, we've seen the Manticore Knight.
So here is Edmark Valoran. He's known as the Manticore Knight, and he's
Stunning stunning
warrior so
miniature.
arrogant, He believes he's the greatest mortal warrior in the service of Sigmar, and he's looking for a quest worthy to prove those skills. And so he's joined this mission into the Jade Abbey to redeem it from the
Right, I'm going to just knock this up a little bit more.
A supernally arrogant and expert warrior, and just like
because they are very quiet on the audio. So again, if it gets too loud, if it suddenly jumps up on a video or something, just let me know, we can knock it back down. I'd like you guys to hear something. Another one, the Cleansing Blade. This one was shown off Monday, I think. That sword and the water effects around it, it's just incredible. This is some of the best miniatures, fantasy miniatures, I think, that they've created. Certainly in a long time.
Out of the other characters that we've already previewed, the next one up should be... There we go. Inara's still showing off to everybody. She carries an amphora of the cleansing waters that the Jade Abbey were once famous for, and she plans to use that to restore life to the...
This is Renegade Saint. We saw this one last week.
Renegade Saint. She's the descendant of a real proper saint.
Another beautifully designed sword. Cool looking armor. Not sure about the pose looking at it in bigger detail, but she's definitely charging forward. Actually, that's not a bad shot. Little bit Aragorn at the Black Gate kind of vibe.
I think the next one that we have seen already might be your favourite of the boxes.
This is my favourite of the heroes in the box by a long way.
Yeah.
I've waited quite a long time.
The Grizzled Explorer, Drolf Ironhead. Beautiful miniature.
The arch enemy in Darkwater.
I think he has grenades as well on the back of his miniature.
With fetid waters and drove his people out. So he's on a vengeance quest. He's joined this mission into Darkwater.
This feels a bit haphazard so far. Tons of detail on them. Yeah, they are.
You can't quite see it on these shots, but he does have a crossbow on his back.
Oh, it's a crossbow, not grenades.
But we've seen these ones already. Let's have a look at something new, shall we? Here we are. This is
the Forest Prince.
This is a Kurnothi hero, so a kind of Sylvaneth-aligned follower of the...
It is Kurnothi, so completely out of that underworld. Good shout, Dan. Good spot. That's a cool model. I love an archer. I do love an archer. They are big arrows as well. They're going to pack a punch.
Fantastic. Next up, a really unusual hero.
Drasha Vaughn, the rampaging beast.
The sort of noise that went over the crowd here was quite cool.
That was a rumor engine.
This is Drasha Vaughn. He's a chieftain of a tribe of savage warriors who live in the realm of life. And he's got an interesting
okay. So a very completely new thing. Very cool looking model. Bit werewolfy.
And he's here for blood. He's absolutely gunning for the forces that have taken control of the Jade Abbey. His people, they live by the rivers that flow through it, and their lands are now corrupted and polluted.
Very cool.
The sort of
I bet he's going to be quite good as well. Very melee focused.
Yeah, very cool.
Probably quite a tough miniature. Stunning detail.
He was once a man, is slowly morphing into a creature of Gyron, a kind of half beast, half man.
Oh, so he is
classic hero for you there.
Almost a werewolf.
This might be my favourite from the box. This is Jacobus Vine, the
Jade Wizard.
We've had Jade Wizards in Warhammer for almost...
Okay.
Like
and he comes with a couple of friends. He's got an owl and a shadow wolf. We've seen, I think that was a rumour engine as well.
Of the realm of Gyron there. He has a little owl creature on his shoulder and a...
Really nice. And the sickle, I think, was a rumour engine.
That runs around with him.
Yeah, essentially his wooden dog called Whisper, and that's a really useful playing piece within the game, and he's got a...
Which is a wooden dog. Okay.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And also, I like the
stunning models. These heroes are amazing.
I think if
really,
I
really nice.
In Nurgle's Garden, I wouldn't want to touch the ground with my feet either, frankly. So, those are the heroes, that's your choices, and when you play this game, it is a cooperative game. The idea is that you get together with...
Can you do it, double up the enemies, and have it as an 8-player,
Let's have a look at some of those, starting with the
and use all the heroes? Something like that, that would be cool. So these are the Maya Kelpies.
These are
wow.
Demonic creatures that sort of slump around in the disgusting waters that sort of...
They are gross, and I love them.
Individually, not very dangerous, but if you find yourself cornered, they'll surround you and pull you down. You have to be...
There's something about that,
yeah, absolutely.
like the old skull used to morph some weird shadowy creature. that's just really cool. It's quite a fantasy trope for enemies. Think like The Witcher and stuff. Very, very cool. We have treasure token.
So even the treasures in this quest are kind of possessed and infested, and you have to pull them from the
very thematic, yeah.
The one with the big eye is just adorable, isn't it?
It is a little bit adorable, but also sort of gross. Yeah.
I don't know, he just wants to make friends. He wants someone to pull that sword out of his head, and he wants to make friends.
And I guess you're trying to get that sword, although I don't think I'd want to be
I really hope that they make enough boxes of this to supply the huge demand, and I also hope that there are proper expansions and things for this. Hope it isn't limited production. Yeah, they're really hyping it up, aren't they? And I think the community's really looking forward to seeing more of it.
They are your sort of zombie equivalent.
The Pox Wretches, they look very much like the Maggotkin Warcry warband, but really nice.
But together they can drag your heroes down.
Nice shields.
You definitely don't want to get stabbed by. You get quite a lot of these.
Oh, dual wielding as well.
That sort of key into Nurgle and what we know about it, the sort of swollen limbs and the pustules and the
they are just messed up. He's got a fish face.
On all of the war gear. That's a recurring motif throughout the Jade Abbey, and was sort of once, I guess, connected to the realm of life and the sort of the positive things.
Wow, they are stunning. This box for the models alone is just amazing.
You can see the kind of symbol of Gaia is slowly morphing into the symbol of Nurgle there on the guy's breastplates. But there we go. That's the Pox Wretches. One step up from those are the Maggotkin
Pestigors. Wow.
The Pestigors, obviously part of Warhammer for a long time. Oh, we can hear some big fans of Pestigors in the crowd there.
The Pestigor massive has turned out.
Pestigor is Pestigor.
Wow.
As they say. So there's
I suppose Nurgle offers blessings to all that would follow.
Implements and shields and all sorts of things. As you would imagine, these are beast men, so they're fairly durable. They hit fairly hard. They're certainly a step up from the Pox Wretches. And if you get
they are stunning.
they will drag your heroes down.
Great crossover, yeah. Yeah.
But there are bigger and more dangerous things to be found inside the Jade.
Wow.
These are the Cankerborn.
Cankerborn, they are
this
gross.
Is what it looks like. We've seen what it looks like when demons possess weapons or demons possess creatures. This is what it looks like when demons literally possess the ground.
So this is demons possessing the ground and rising up.
Of the ground of the Jade Abbey combined with demonic essence, and you can see they've got stones and rocks in their
really cool.
3 heads that look like plague bearers.
Again, the detail is just amazing. We're not actually at 1080p, are we? Let's do that.
These are foul creatures.
Not really much better, but
yeah, you can see
the heads are just gross. Swollen tongues. Wow. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely a box I want to buy. I was sold on it before, but this is just confirming it. Do you only get 2 of these?
But these guys stand almost like 50% again taller than a normal plague bearer. They've got a kind of triple.
They're big models then.
In the symbol of Nurgle. They are a pretty formidable foe for your heroes to face.
Absolutely. Next, I think is probably going to get the biggest reaction. Here is my hunch after we've seen these. These are the Blight
Templars. Do they not look a little bit
of Maggotkin?
40k?
The former Templar defenders of the Jade Abbey, fallen to the plague.
So they are fallen guardians of the temple that have been taken over by Nurgle. That's cool.
Knights of Nurgle, effectively, and these are some of the toughest troops your guys are going to face.
You think 40k people will want them for kit bashing as well? Yeah.
Absolutely. And
there's incredible cultist models in here. 40k. Wow. Mulgoth the Cleaver.
If you didn't hear that at home, that was the crowd going wild for these guys. This is
wow.
the Cleaver, and he is an officer amongst the Blight Templars.
Yeah, he's not the big bad, is he? He's obviously one of the big bads, but he's not the big bad.
A superior henchman level character, which your heroes are going to really struggle to fight. Everything about this model just screams Golden Demon.
Yeah, I think this is
a
really cool model.
The detail is ridiculous.
I think anything Nurgle immediately lends itself to a lovely paint scheme if you've got the time. Some of the things on there, that enormous arm with the symbol of Gyron on it, that huge axe.
For me, it's the debossed fly on his breastplate. It just looks really good.
He's got antlers there as well. That's kind of a recurring theme across some of these Nurgle miniatures. Is the
that arm is huge.
Of the realm of Gyron, which previously would have had, antlers would have been a symbol of the hunter and god of Kurnoth, but they've all been corrupted.
That unit of the Templars, and then him.
This is Falhu, the
Stunning.
Shaman. He's the nominal leader
Beastman
of
Shaman.
Vestigor, which,
Very
interfaces
cool.
The Jade Abbey. He's a fantastic model, and I can imagine you're
Very, very cool.
beyond Darkwater.
I think this stuff would work in Old World as well. I think you could blend them in with some of the existing Beastman miniatures. Oh, wow.
End-of-level bosses, I guess, almost within Warhammer Quest.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's more.
This is perhaps the most disturbing model in the set.
Belga the
Super
Cyst
gross.
Witch.
It gets worse the longer you look at it. This is Belga.
What is going on there?
So
You like the bad guys better than the heroes?
when it was a place
Yeah.
of life
I think that they've really knocked out the Nurgle vibe with this.
And she was a jealous and grasping lady who wanted.
She
the
is.
power
Is
to
that
rule.
all her? Is she the whole? Oh God, she is the whole centipede thing.
And this is her reward. She has an
That's
enormous
gross.
magic
There's an.
eye that
It's like
appears
there's another head in there, in a stomach,
absolutely
with an extra set of arms.
two more sisters also in the body if you look carefully. This is
Two more
completely
sisters.
repugnant in absolutely the best
There's
way.
one there, and I think there's one that. Oh,
But
gross.
there's more. That's
Gross. I love it.
Last up, we have the.
That's the big
leader
bad.
of the
What a
forces of
sword.
Nurgle, the Gelgus Hust, who is a demon prince of Nurgle, squatting at
Wow,
the center
what a
of the
demon
Abbey,
prince
leading those
model.
forces, a former Templar of the Abbey himself, risen to demonhood for
Wow.
infesting the Jade Abbey in the name of Nurgle.
Yep.
Absolutely horrible.
The enemies are
phenomenal miniature.
as good, if not better than the heroes. Probably better than.
Superior, like boss character.
Puss
He's
is
enormous, he's
incredible.
powerful.
So he probably isn't demon prince size.
You're a collector of the Magickin of Nurgle. In general, you're going to be very excited to have.
Yeah, I hope that this isn't a limited run, because that will
So we
piss
got
off just
some
about everybody in the community, I think.
Miniatures that you find inside the set.
At Games Workshop,
Really just an incredible
not great at
collection
keeping
of
stuff in
models
stock, are they?
to, play your games
It
with.
shouldn't be,
There's more to the
because
set than just that. So
the
let's talk about
40k
things that
Warhammer
come
Quest
inside of
and
your
Cursed
game.
City, well, I mean, Cursed City came back a bit, didn't it?
There we are.
But you can still get them now.
Put it all back in at the end of the night. So this book here
Yeah, this is
your
the
map for when you're playing Warhammer Quest Darkwater.
map.
It's an incredible map book. The next image will show you.
That echo on their audio is terrible.
Every scenario inside the game is a different spread within this map.
I like this idea. I like that it's all contained in this one book, so you're not carrying around loads of different boards and things, or you're not limited to just one or two sides of a board.
You decide which scenario you're
But they could also just release a second book with new areas,
It's very,
or book and tokens for new areas and things.
like a different delving into
What a cool idea.
itself. I think to really get a sense of how.
As much as I like having plastic terrain on the board to give it that more realistic edge,
I'm gonna run off for 1 second and grab that.
I think that this works.
Tell you all about it.
So I will narrate for a moment while Eddie goes and gets the box. We managed to secure one and bring it across from over the ocean. So while Eddie opens that up, he might be able to show you some of the frames that come in it, as well as the sort of the materials to do with the gaming.
That must be the heroes.
There we go. We've got the camera on it now. So this is the frame that all the heroes come on. So you see.
Right, Eddie's wearing an Ultramarines t-shirt, so I think that confirms what's coming.
As in, they're relatively simple to put together.
Push
the
fit?
Come on, sort of that beige color frame. So if you don't want to paint your models before you play your first game, you don't have to. You'll be able to tell who's who because all the.
I don't think it is push fit.
Guys will be this sort of bony color.
Oh no, maybe they are.
Yeah. So Eddie's got the frame which has got the sort of the character villains on it. On the back of
Wow.
his bust, he has folded fly wings. He's a really disgusting character.
That's gross.
Deep inside the box, there's a second box, and that's where all of the sort of the material for playing the game is found. So it's got it's full of cards and things. On the right-hand side of the screen now, as you look at it,
I feel like there wasn't that much on the sprues there.
See exactly what it all looks like. So this is he's just set up a map for playing the game. If you've ever spent hours hunting around for the right tiles,
Okay, they're not
gonna make your
that
games
thick
right,
either.
family. And the crowd is.
This is a really cool idea. I don't know if they've done anything like this before, or if other companies have done something like this before, but that's
which means you've
It didn't look like there was too many boards in there either, did there? But that's cool. That's really nice. Nice idea. Yeah, easily do expansions. And I think that they should. Warhammer Quest should be something that's running in the background constantly. There should be a Space Hulk, Warhammer Quest Space Hulk, where they do the same thing, I think. And just bring back Space Hulk in some way that you can keep doing stuff with.
Why don't we see what's next up on the show?
Okay, moving on to
Looking at the screen, waiting for the next image to
Age of Sigmar.
Actually, we're going to take a technical break for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Are they going to try and fix the audio? Or have they broken the TV screen? Well, we got a reveal. A pretty good reveal. Darkwater is looking amazing. I hope it doesn't come out before Christmas. But I have a very strong feeling that that is going to release just before Christmas. So, yeah, technical break. Probably for the best. Yeah. So if they do tweak the audio, I'll keep an eye on the levels here, but hopefully you guys will just keep me informed as well. I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums at almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. My partner is asleep in the other room, so I'm not necessarily being quiet because she's asleep. It's not my problem. But she's got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm trying to keep it down a little bit. Yeah. Technical difficulties now. We have a slide for that. Right, let's see if there's anything going on over at Warcom. Apparently not. So this is, we will jump back to these, but this is the article preview for what we've just seen, basically. So we've seen these miniatures. Yeah, we've seen them. And then this is the newer guys in slightly better detail. That wizard is amazing. They're all amazing. I think all the heroes are stunning. Gelgis Pust, or Gelgus Pust, whatever he's called. That's just insane. And then Belga the Sistwitch with the sisters there and there is something of nightmares. Molgoth is amazing. And then the Shaman. Necron and the Chaos Dude, yeah. And then it was pretty much, wasn't it? Oh, there was some sort of Stormcasty thing. Cankerborn are nice. I think that the Blight Templars are nice. They're going to be kit-bashed into all kinds of amazing things. The Pox Wretches are insane. They are so nice. And they're just the right level of creepy. Pestigors are very nice. The Maya Kelpies I loved. We have event cards. Okay. Very cool. We will take a deeper look at this, hopefully later. A brief respite. Sparring season. Solo play or 2 or more players, so there is confirmed a solo play as well. And then the Gates of Azir, the start of the quest, I would guess. So it's a 36-page rulebook, a quick start guide, 61 cardboard tokens, 12 card deck boxes storing your progress between sessions, 341 cards covering everything from abilities, statuses, equipment, rewards, events, and act-specific surprises. The book contains 18 maps, each made up of 2 pages, so that's cool. Multiple ways to play each map, so skirmish games and campaigns will play differently each time. Music to my ears. You can easily pause and pick it up for the next session. This is singing to me. The narrative idea, the miniatures, the idea of the story, it being set in AOS, in the Mortal Realms, is good as well. And then, so that one's shown off. Have we seen that? I still think that's AOS. That's Necromunda. I don't actually know. That's got to be Heresy. That's got to be 40k. Unless the Necrons are invading Necromunda. That is a Necron character, isn't it? Some sort of destroyer? There's so much going on there. She looks, it's the standard. I don't think we see the standard anywhere else. Let's just go back, have a look. So it's not him. Oh, no, it's not her. She's too thin, isn't she? And none of this stuff has standards on the back. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's got to be AOS. That's got to be Maggotkin of Nurgle's Battletome, and then some new models. Hopefully a couple of things. Very cool. Very cool. So we still have some amazing stuff to come, but that's definitely the Forest Prince boss dude. That's got it. I'm thinking that's Heresy. I'm thinking that's going to be the 500 Worlds thing. Right, I'm just going to knock them back down to -10. But the music sounds better than their audio was earlier. Well, come on, guys. I can't believe that it's taken this long. You've crossed your wires. So what do we think about Warhammer Quest Darkwater then? So far. Marks out of 10, chat. What do we think? Yeah, we're going to be going till probably gone 2 in the morning. It's going to be a couple of hours. They wouldn't cancel it if they've royally messed something up, would they? I hope they wouldn't. And they are doing it live, so things take longer to troubleshoot and sort, so I can give them that. You think it's a 9 out of 10? Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think it's definitely... Yeah, no, I go with 9. And I don't think it will be a one-off. I think because of how they're staging it, I think they're going to make a load of them. And I would hope if it does sell out, and let's be honest, it probably will sell out initially. Like the other Warhammer quests should have been, and Blackstone Fortress was, I think that they will be restocked at least for a couple of years normally. Blackstone Fortress has been around for a long time and has only just disappeared. But we'll see. I hope. There's so much hype about Darkwater. I've seen it on the channel with the hero reveals. Like, lots of people are interested to see what's coming. So, yeah. Oh, it's the sound issues that they're trying to fix. Very good. That's the only thing that's been annoying us so far. I'm liking this. Does it tell us how many models are in it? So apparently the whole story will take around 10 to 14 hours over multiple days. Good. 49 push fit models. So you got 7 heroes and then the little dog thing. And then a load of enemies. Great way to get people into the hobby, easy entry. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a fan of push fit stuff. But when it's one-off things in games like this, 100% agree. As long as the push fit actually goes together properly and you don't have to mess around with the tags, then yes. But quite often I have to fill holes and gaps and things. But this is a solid preview. I think they've, design-wise, aesthetic-wise, hopefully story-wise and gameplay, they've knocked it out the park with this. The Kelpies are great. yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This will be, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can pre-order one whenever it goes live. I think it'll be before Christmas, but hopefully I can get one and we'll talk about it on the channel. And this is the kind of thing I would love to film. It might be solo play to start with, but I'd love to film this and do narrative stuff on the channel, running through the quest, and then maybe after action reports and things. Yeah, I am very much looking forward to sinking my teeth into this one. Right. Any updates, guy? Oh, there's a new kill team thing. Well, that's annoying. I completely missed that. I was very hungover today. Do we have... So we do have a rumor engine. I completely missed this. It is a wheel or a cog. I mean, that could be anything. It looks a little bit basic for 40k. There's no skulls on it, so it's probably not Imperium. Could be Necromunda. Looks like a scenic base. Potentially Cities of Sigmar, something like that. Yeah, okay. I have been so bad this week at getting content out. It's been a busy week. I have been away. I was in London on Tuesday. Something incredibly cool that I can't wait to talk about. I just haven't had the time to do it yet. But it's not Warhammer, so I'm not going to go into it here. When did we start our... Seriously? We've been off for 10 minutes? Definitely having issues. Bear with us, chat. For once, it's not me causing problems. I don't think, anyway. Yeah. So what are we thinking that's next? I think AOS. Follow up Darkwater with AOS and carrying on that Nurgle theme. But I feel like 40k will be at the end. I think Heresy will be in the middle. I think Old World is probably going to be near the end. And I hope that Old World delivers. I hope that it isn't just more Grand Cathay. I hope that there's a little bit more variety to it. It was a slightly delayed start as well, yeah. I think the 40k stuff being the biggest game that they have, but also with it being what we think is going to be the end edition narrative campaign, that's going to be a big chunk of this, what's probably going to be another hour once it's back up and running. I am melting in this. It is very warm for November in the UK at the minute. So, we know Necrons are coming, we know there's some new Terminators. Do we think that we're going to see some Custodies for Heresy as well? Because that was supposed to be the thing, wasn't it? They were teasing Custodies, the big book, the rules, I can't remember what they're called, Liber Custodius, or whatever it is. That's supposed to be at the end of the end of this year. Unless it gets delayed, but they have been dropping Heresy stuff every month. I've been following that roadmap pretty closely, I think. The Zone Mortalis stuff dropped this week, so that's big and exciting. While we're waiting, chat, we've got a few people in there. Dan's keeping us going with the comments, but feel free to jump in and get involved. What are you working on this weekend? What's your hobby plans for this weekend, if you have any? Let me know. I'd love to know what you're doing. Mine is hopefully getting some more paint on the Space Wolves. But I've also may have purchased Arc Raiders and become obsessed. So yeah, that game is a hobby distraction at its finest. So halfway through the Hellsmiths, very nice. Did you pick up any of the extra stuff? Like the extra models and heroes and things, and the bull centaurs that looked amazing. The rules were very good as well. Yeah. I think a lot of people actually are enjoying the Hellsmiths. The models were great, so yeah, it's good. Good to hear that. Definitely a worthwhile addition to AOS, certainly with how they've done them and brought them in the lore, and like how they twist the demon energies and things, and they just basically destroy the land and take everything for themselves. That's just the perfect Chaos Dwarf idea. I love it. Absolutely love it. 2,000 points going already. Wow. Wow. Did you get one of the the brass bull models? Models are made for magnets and easy to assemble. Good to hear. Yeah. Do you need to magnetize a lot? I suppose the centaurs you probably need to magnetize because there's two different variants. But the troops and things, do you need to magnetize them much? Is there much difference between the spears and the swords? You did get one of the big bulls, the mechanical bull things. That's such a cool model. I'm going to pick one up for another game I'm looking at. That we talked about on the channel when it was announced, but yeah, I think it's Ray Harryhausen, like Clash of Titans, Jason the Argonaut's mechanical animal thing. Just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Not magnetizing the troops, just the other stuff. Fair enough. It's good that they're making these models with magnets and things in mind. They do that with the Heresy stuff as well. I wish they'd do it with 40k. But apparently we don't have that on the design aesthetic. The design team are not allowed to think about magnets. It's easy enough to drill holes and things though. I'll be honest, I don't tend to magnetize lots of my stuff. If I need to, I will, but I tend to just go with whatever the narrative loadout is going to be. And then stick with that. They are making us wait for these reveals, aren't they? We might be here all morning, chat. I should have made a coffee or something, shouldn't I? You think the meta for the Hellsmiths will change? Centaurs are OP. Yeah, the rules of the preview for the Centaurs were fantastic. I think the only thing I tend to do with... oh, we've got a trailer. The only thing I tend to do with magnets is stick a big circular magnet in the base and then magnetize it to a box. There's a lot of Necron-y stuff going on here. And we know the kill team is getting the Necrons... what was AOS coach on there, wasn't it? The Necron Nightbringer is coming back. I think we might be there. I think we might be ready. Just gonna knock the audio down again.
Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully we are back alive on the stream.
It's not better. It's actually worse.
Thank you very much for staying with us through those technical difficulties. We have just seen the incredible new Warhammer.
Just echoing through the room.
And we're going to move swiftly on, as quickly as we can, to the rest of our amazing miniatures coming up soon.
We're staying in the mortal realms of more Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
AOS.
Let's roll the next slide. Here we go. So we've seen Dark Water. what would be cool after all those fantastic miniatures would be if we'd had
It's the last one of the year. It's fine. We just have to get through it, and then it'll be fine. Pestigors for AOS as well. Oh, wow. Rot Swords? Oh, they are running with the Darkwater theme completely for this, aren't they? New Cavalry as well. Putrid Blight Kings. That is gross. Sloven Knights. Wow, they look amazing. Festus the Leech Lord. Oh man, I am not a Maggotkin of Nurgle fan, but this is something else.
What a fantastic reveal of new Maggotkin of Nurgle for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The crowd really received some of those things in an excited way. Eddie, let's start breaking down what we just saw.
Centerpiece for Nurgle. Yeah, I think they've been waiting for that for quite a while. I know you've got the Great Unclean One things, but this is the expansion to Darkwater already. Wow, they are incredible.
Let's start off with the Pestigors. This is even more Pestigors coming out in addition to the ones that are coming out.
Fans of Nurgle, certainly AOS Nurgle, this is your preview. They are knocking it out the park. Look at that one on the left. That head, that paint job there is just...
Yeah, fantastic. And you can
wow,
see sort of
they are horrific.
The horrible distended flesh and legions and buboes and things. And it's a perfect unit to sacrifice in battle as you're trying to win glory.
I both love and hate it. Wow.
And then send it into combat. This is exactly what that looks like.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. But they're not the only new infantry models that we saw in this.
This is a
reveals.
big expansion for Maggotkin.
We have the Rot Swords. He says a little early. There we go. These are the Rot Swords, which are a
They're cool.
infantry unit.
They are so cool. Oh, we've lost audio again.
Nurgle force. They are incredibly durable, highly skilled warriors who can absolutely take a beating and keep on fighting through it.
Yeah, this is your battle.
They're going to be kitbash potential for 40k as well, aren't they? Glad Chaos people are getting stuff? Yeah, 100%. It's nice to see other factions doing well. And as someone who enjoys the Chaos stuff, being a Dark Oath lover myself, if I can ally in some of this stuff, that would be really cool too. Just gross though. But amazing. Like, AOS continually over the last 3 or 4 years, I think, has just found its feet. The designers have really figured out how they want the Mortal Realms to look. How they want to make it look different to the Old World. Especially now that Old World is back. And they have absolutely just knocked it out the park with pretty much everything. Certainly the 4th edition stuff. Wow, what an axe.
Something of a glow up, a little bit of a change of the aesthetic. They now really are the priests of Nurgle. You see that with these robes and the way that
they're incredible. There's so much detail on each of them as well. Right, because their audio's all over the place, but hopefully you can hear them a bit better.
Of life and abundance and corrupted it, and
I feel like I'm a sound engineer on this side, trying to do what I can. This isn't what I signed up for. I wanted an easy stream tonight.
Don't sweat it if you've got lots of future Blight Kings. You can just use them as well.
Just wow.
Very cool unit.
They look so good, don't they?
Next up,
yeah, I think you're right. I think there's going to be a lot of crossover for Death Guard. They're amazing.
A very popular kit we released in the not too distant past was the Harbinger of Decay.
Yes, the Harbinger of Decay was an incredible model.
And now he has an entire unit to lead. This is
he can lead them as well. Nice. That's cool.
Chaos Knights. They've got some really tasty rules in game. They any Chaos Knights would make any units. It's a very handy little ability to have.
You roll an all-important.
What's going on with their mics?
Your engagement will strike last no matter what. That is
but we can appreciate the models. For the failings of the audio, the models are... wow.
but
not your cup of
fair to
tea,
say the
but
main event
yeah,
of this
I think anybody can appreciate the
got to
detail.
be
That thing
Festus the
is
Leech Lord.
amazing. I want that in
hero
Darkwater. He
written
gets
with
rules in
from,
Darkwater.
the
I'm
world that
buying
was,
him.
Now fully imbued as
He
a
is
demon prince
gross.
of Nurgle, riding an enormous slug-like creature. He's just foul.
Yeah, so this is a character
Oh,
that
those
we've known for
bottles,
quite
I think,
a long
were a
time.
rumour
He
engine
played
as
an
well.
important role in the forces of Nurgle during the end times and has been blessed by the powers of Nurgle. He's been given an enormous
it's
leech.
gross.
So now the kind of Leech Lord makes
He's
sense.
got a
There's
giant
couple of
slug.
alternate face options there. You can have Happy Leech Lord or Sad Leech Lord if you want.
Happy Leech
And
Lord,
if you
every
want to know what
time.
to call his mount, it's called Gathoblight.
Gathoblight, oh that's cool. He's got some very cool rules in game as well. He's able to,
Wow.
both through magic and in combat, basically suck the power out of nearby enemy units, power himself up, heal himself.
Wow.
Just a really useful.
He's going to be very
leader,
strong.
Really useful piece for your.
Looks
Nurgle
like a
army.
big
I think,
model
again,
as
this
well.
Is a really good candidate for a painter as well. Loads of lovely details on the back there. He's brought his kind of weird collection of.
You get the audio though, good.
And putrid things with him. And sits right at home at the center of your Magikin army.
Yeah, fantastic. And where might one learn about all of these exciting new models?
That's a great question.
Their rules? Well, it will come as no surprise. There will be a new
That's a solid
Magikin of Nurgle.
cover.
This is everything you need to understand all their lore and the stories and things that surround them, but also how to use them.
I'm sold. I never thought I would look at Magikin of Nurgle and get excited. And a Regiment of Renown with a weird tree. Doesn't look like a great Regiment of Renown. Oh, Regiment of Renown. Yeah, it's not Spearhead.
One of them is going to be made available as a new box set. This is a pustule. There's also a new spearhead,
The
which
bubonic
has, amongst other
cell.
things, loads of Nurglings in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nurglings,
Anybody here
the
play Spearhead?
Rockmire Creed,
We've been playing
the
a lot of
Warcry
Spearhead,
models,
back
and then
in,
one of the weird
our office.
tentacle
Quite
demony
enjoying it.
things.
And this one gives you just a givering horde. Of
That's
little
going to be an
enemies
awful
and standing
spearhead.
on the enemy. I'm quite excited by it.
I can already see that being quite
Also,
strong.
There is another book on the way. Eddie, what is Blighted
Yes,
Wild?
another
We
Path
have
to
another
Glory.
narrative expansion
Amazing.
from
I still
Warhammer
need to
Sigmar,
talk about
Path
the
to Glory
original
book,
Path to
and this
Glory that we got
effectively
earlier in the
allows you to play
year.
games in the Blighted Wild,
I
which is
can't actually
within
find
the
my
realm of
copy. I know I
Gyro
have it.
that
I
has
don't know
been
where I put it.
infested by the forces of Nurgle,
But
so
we're
you can
getting a
play
Nurgle
through
focused.
either as the forces of Nurgle trying to corrupt
Wow.
it, or as the forces trying
Yes.
to drive back
Oh, the
all
Path to
the
Glory
main
stuff
bombers
is
into-
amazing. I'm glad that they're doing them, like, more of them.
Whew, there we go. That was our
Solid.
Warhammer
AOS,
Sigmar
knocking out the
segment.
park.
That was it.
How we doing? Right.
Amazing. We might be
So,
talking about more AOS on the channel
We're
in the
going to take
future
a
then.
little bit of a change of pace now and show you something that we're very excited about that you're going to see more of in the next year. So 2026 is looking very good. If you like cool Warhammer
Space Marine 2.
animations. Let's,
Oh,
have a
animations,
look ahead.
nice. Animations preview. I'm still waiting on Black Talon Season 2 Part 2.
This is my only chance to atone.
Oh, sisters.
What were those things?
Eldari. We shall risk everything for this.
How do we
Okay.
fight ghosts?
Then this war
And Eldari. Doing stuff with Eldari is cool. Yes. That looks really good.
next wave of greenskins will soon reach our world.
Maybe they're going to really start to do this stuff and actually push. Oh, they're even mocapping it. Nice. They're
Emperor
stepping up
has
production,
feared
hopefully. This is a really nice preview. Maybe they're going to start making Warhammer TV Plus worth having.
We will not abandon these souls. You have my word.
I'm so looking forward to that new Black Talon Season 2. Do we think that that is... Yeah, Astartes 2.
Merciful Emperor.
So this is just a preview reel. This might not be final concept stuff, but it's looking pretty polished, isn't it? Start
That
to
was
make
really
stuff
cool.
for Warhammer
Well, I
Plus,
enjoyed it.
and then
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I'll be more
we saw
favourable
loads of,
about it.
Like snippets from forthcoming animations for Warhammer Plus. Eddie,
I think there was
give us
4
some insight
animations
on
in
what we
there.
saw.
Way better than
so
previous.
we're not going to go into too much detail today in terms of the names of some of those things, the titles of them, but we can tell you some of the things about them. We are these are new animations on their way from Warhammer Plus very soon. There's some factions we absolutely saw there. We've got some Sisters of Battle, Order of the Sacred Rose. There's some Eldari on the way. Aeronautica Imperialis make an appearance. There's some Orcs. There's a couple of Space Marines in
Aeronautica
the mix
Imperialis, the
there.
game
We've
that
also
they
got
don't
the
do
finale
anymore,
of
is
the
getting a
first season
TV
of
show.
Black Talon on its way very soon, with Be'lakor and Turnus up to their mischievous, devious tricks again.
Black
Also
Talon
in that,
needs
we've got
to be
see
over
some
Christmas.
Of the incredible behind-the-scenes work that people do.
I've been waiting months for the last 3 episodes.
The incredible amount of effort and talent that's going into these shows to make them so good, right? When we saw sort of the orchestra playing the
fact that
score
they're
and the voice
mocapping
actors, performing
the
lines
animation as
really
well
gives
is
you
a really
sense of how
big
much
step
work's
up and a
going
big
into this.
dedication to
there's a
where
lot
they
of
want
very
to
talented
take it.
people doing a lot of very good work there, and we kind of make sure
It's positive.
to kind of
That's
push the quality
exciting.
really
That's
hard
really
so that Warhammer
exciting.
can be the
Hopefully
best
it pays
it
off.
can be.
Hopefully it delivers
All of these shows
quality
will be
animations that
coming
we
to
all
Warhammer Plus in
deserve.
2026, right?
Black Talon will be on its way before that. That's going to be released this year, and then the rest of those
Right,
shows
Black
are on their
Talon
way
coming
next
soon.
year.
Perfect.
And I'm just going
I'd love to do watch-alongs
When
for stuff
the
like that,
sort of
maybe in a
camera panned
Discord
out
or
and you
something if
saw
it's
the desks
possible,
with the monitors, those were
where we could
basically
watch it
Terminator.
together and talk
They did
about
look
the
like
animation
PlayStation
stuff.
Is
That would be
cool
cool.
for a starting stick?
I mean, it could be. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm probably too excited. Right. So that was fun.
That was good.
If you want to watch
We're
all of those
looking good
shows
for the previews so
and
far.
loads more besides Warhammer Plus is where you'll find them all. So we
It's
need
not
to
loads
go
more.
now
There's a
to
bit more.
the Age of Darkness and the Horus Heresy.
Custodes and Cataphracti.
Fantastic. So we've got some exciting things coming down the road for the Horus Heresy very soon.
We've seen breaches as
Here are our
well.
first
Mark
reveals.
3.
We are looking at the Legiones Astartes Siege Assault Battle Group. What is a Siege Assault Battle Group, I hear you say?
Is this another one of their
good
boxes?
news, we can explain it.
This is effectively a new box set with loads of new miniatures and a couple of returning ones as well. Let's have a look at some of the models. To start off with, we have the much anticipated
No, don't put
Mark
the breaches
III
in a
Legion
big
Breacher
box
Squad. This is
first.
your Space Marines in iron armor with enormous big shields and all sorts of specialist breaching
No,
weapons.
that's
You know, I'm of the opinion that iron armor is the greatest mark of armor ever invented. And
They
the
look
breaches are the
amazing.
greatest
I'm not
fight
taking that away from them. They look incredible.
These ones are just
The
for me.
shields, the
You-
models,
you've
the
got all
armor
things you
mark.
would want from a breaching squad in this. You've of
Fantastic.
course got shields and bolt guns.
But
You've also
why
got
does it
grab
have
guns
to
in
be
there,
part of a big
cutters for
box?
getting through there,
If
bits
it
to make
is
your
part of the big
sergeant,
box,
everything you would
I think
need
that's just
from
a
Legion
poor
Breacher
practice.
Squad.
Yeah, fantastic. Backing them up.
There's
in
something
their
that should have
mission
been
to,
released
launch Siege Assault.
A while
We
ago,
have the
to be
very
honest.
welcome new Cataphracti Terminators.
Rescaled?
Yeah. This is 2 kits on their way for Cataphracti Terminators. You've
Okay.
got this one we can see right now with Volkite charges and power balls. And
I
there is
like the
also a kit
Volkite.
on the way with
Oh, there we go.
Combi
There's the
Bolters
guy.
and Power Fists. Both of these kits also include upgrades for things like heavy weapons. You've got heavy flamers, autocannons, that sort of thing. And these
They look
Cataphracti
clean.
are
They look really
now
nice.
scaled in line with the rest of the Horus Heresy range so that they tower over
Rescaled.
anybody wearing power armor foolish enough to challenge them in a fight.
Yeah, the weapons look very
And
nice.
I think one of the more popular marks of
And a new
Terminator armor as well is
Leviathan.
Cataphracti.
Yeah, certainly up there. Also in this box set, you have a Leviathan Siege
Not
Dreadnought.
new.
He isn't new, but he is awesome. He comes with these guys in the box as well.
This is a good-looking
The miniatures
box.
will also be available
As
separately
much as
well.
I've just
So if
given them
some reason
flack
you
for
didn't
it,
want
this is a
Leviathan
nice-looking
Dreadnought
box.
In your life, it should be crazy. If you didn't want it, you can get these Terminators and the Breacher Squad separately as well.
Fantastic.
You can get them
all of these
separately as
things
well.
are
They've
united
confirmed
by
that.
their life of
Hopefully at the same
sieging.
time.
It's not the only new kit or box set coming along for the Horus Heresy. There is more.
Yeah, it's
Mainly
not just about
introduced-
Space Marines.
Skitari Battle
Mainly
Group. We saw
introduce
these
you to the
previewed.
Mechanicum Skitari Battle Group. The stuff in here is mind-blowing. I remember seeing it for the first time and just being absolutely blown
We've
away
seen some
by
of that cloak on a
Let's
preview.
break down what comes in this set.
Oh,
First are
they'd
the-
be amazing in
yeah.
Necromunda.
First are the Skitari
They'd make a
Battle
great
Pilgrim Corpus.
Ash Waste
These
band.
are the predecessors to the Skitari legions that you might know from Warhammer 40,000. At the time of the Horus Heresy, the Mechanicum splits. You end up with 2 fabricated generals, and the Skitari at
looking
that
good.
time split under each of those fabricated generals. The ones that side with the War Master under Kelbor Hal go real dark.
Yeah, they like blood. They come from the planet named after the god of war, so it's no surprise really that they do like shedding blood. So certainly the traitor Skitari go a bit off the rails.
And they're
but even the
confirming
loyalist
more
ones at
traitor
this point are still
Skitari as well.
savage warrior pilgrims of Mars. They are irradiated fanatics.
Yeah, they're quite a different beast, aren't they? And
Sounds
you
like
can see
Necromunda.
in the weapons and things that they carry, how different they are. This is their leader, is the battle.
Really nice
Marshal.
power fist or power talon, whatever that
You
is.
see some of the different options. You've got, I'm not even sure what the weapons are called, but you've got a stabby one, a punchy one, and a zappy one.
I mean, that's pretty much exactly what he's got. If you were looking for
very cool,
more detail
really good.
He's got.
Even the servo skull head has got little options on it.
He does have a servo skull.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't notice that. They've just flipped it from one side to the other.
Voltrax Stratos Automata, which is available to the Skitarii Battle Pilgrims. It's a
very War
unit
of the Worldsy,
pushing the edges of what's allowed in technology. And if you're familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 range, you know what some of these things end up becoming.
Yeah, absolutely. So this can go into battle.
They are stunning. The Skitarii models are so much nicer than the Skitarii models for 40k. I'm sorry, AdMech fans, but you stick a cloak on something, I'm going to love it a little bit more.
Slot in quite happily into the wider
they look amazing.
So this is a great little expansion. If you've already pledged yourself to Mars, to one of the various fabricator generals, this is a welcome expansion.
Very nice.
There's going to be some fun new things to learn about these guys as well.
I wonder how much it's going to be with only 18 models in it.
When I discovered them, because they're entirely new.
So is this going to just be
weapons, so Volt-Lock pistols, Volt-Lock arcs,
and their General Tactica for Skitarii? That looks like it's a hardback, which would surprise me.
The wider Imperium hasn't got its hands on and doesn't understand.
It's either a little bit
but the next General Tactica is Skitarii, the Steel Hand of Mars, and hopefully, again, I'll be picking that up and we'll go through it as we do on our General Tactica reviews for Horus Heresy. It's about the only bit of Horus Heresy stuff that I do buy.
There we go.
I like to do my reviews and bring you guys the contents of them.
His pistol.
But this is a good-looking box. The Space Marine stuff is good-looking box.
Enjoying collecting some of the mechanical models for your Horus Heresy collection. This is a really welcome addition, right? It helps you build out.
Hopefully, 18 models in it. It's not ridiculous money.
Staying
you know,
in the Age of Darkness.
Kip's Workshop.
But perhaps a little smaller. There we go. Any Legions Imperialis fans in the room?
No Custodes mentioned.
There we go. So if you like your Heresy small or just far
this
away,
bit I can zone out on.
Then can we interest you in
should have been
the
Epic 40k.
Saturnine Battle Group earlier in the year? That was a nice.
They love doing these battle groups, don't they? The big boxes.
We had Saturnine release, which was the new.
Doesn't work for me.
Sort of box set for the Horus Heresy. This is
unless they release this stuff alongside
the Legions Imperialis game. We've put a model from the
like individually alongside the battle group, so you can buy it as a box and have the whole thing if you want, or you can just pick up the little bits that you want. I'd prefer it that way, but we'll see. Oh no, the stream's crashed. Hold on, let me just check it on my phone, see if it has genuinely crashed or if it's just this end. Everything looks okay for us, though.
It was them. Squad. These are like compared to
plasma cannon. If you're curious about how this stacks up against your Warhammer the Horus Heresy Dreadnought, it's about the same size as this plasma cannon. But the advantage, of course, in Legions Imperialis is that you can field entire formations of these guys, right? So you can have an entire Saturnine army of things.
What do we think for Baby Heresy?
Yeah, also inside
the choice of life. Yeah.
Group, you get
we all fight with it, don't we?
Mastodon and their Arachnid weapon platform.
The Mastodon is gorgeous. I would like a Mastodon.
Have a really great sort of central force. Should you want to unleash the technology?
Like a full size, like a proper Mastodon for 40k, to be honest. But I'm not paying resin prices.
Now that it's in Legions Imperialis scale, along with the quad autocannons, there is also the option for twin Punisher cannon and
the Aureus heavy frag missile launcher.
Yes, so loads of different choices to put on your weapon platforms to kill whatever your opponent happens to be putting down on the battlefield.
And they look really cool.
I mean, they're very nicely detailed little miniatures. I think they've done them really well sculpt-wise, but it's just a shame that it is focused on
this is the Legionis Astartes combined armed
Heresy That's
explore
nice
stuff you've
with the
seen before.
flyer.
We won't linger on it too long, other than to say this is a great way of getting a whole bunch of Space Marines for your Legions Imperialis games.
It looks like a starter
Like
box, doesn't
units
it?
and tanks and vehicles and all of the good stuff.
It's kind of an army in a box, or certainly a
Hopefully,
small army, or
the
a very easy way to
people
expand. This is,
who are interested
also
in
a box on its way for Solar Auxilia,
Legions
which is a very similar
Imperialis
sort of
are
thing.
enjoying
Loads
this
of
stuff,
different
and they're
units.
enjoying the game.
You've
I've
got
heard that the
super
game
heavies,
plays
some
well,
infantry, some scout units, some Ogrins.
but yeah, it just doesn't
Now,
do it for me.
Let's talk about super heavies for a moment. My
No,
favourite tank in
let's
the
not.
Horus Heresy, maybe in the entire Warhammer
They look
universe,
great, but
is the
give
Space
me
Marine Legions Astartes.
anything other than
Hellblade.
Baby
Here it
Heresy.
is. It comes as like a two-for kit. The other thing inside that kit we just saw is the Glaive Super Heavy.
I like a Volkite. I like the Glaive.
Are you a Glaive guy?
I'm a
Yeah.
Glaive guy.
Fantastic.
No one around
there
you
are
plays
more
it.
super heavy tanks on their way for the Space Marines
It's
as
a
well,
big
as
thing
well
that's
as the,
smaller, sort of
Hellblade
10,
and the
12,
Glaive. There is a
15
second
mil
hit on its way,
miniature
which makes,
range. There's a big thing coming out.
Super
Mantic
Heavy tank,
Games,
and
another
also
sort of
a brand
company
new
with
super heavy tank that we've never
game
seen
or a couple of
before.
games that I
The
follow.
Ascalon super heavy tank,
They do
the
the Halo
largest
Flashpoint
and
game.
portable flamer
They've
in
just
Age of
started
Darkness.
doing a
Yeah, that
epic,
you just
tiny
really want to burn
scale
somebody at this point, don't you?
Yeah, that is the same size
sci-fi
flamer that you get
game
on
for
Titans.
one of their universes. There's,
Yeah,
there's a
the
big
Legions,
resurgence in the
Imperialis,
smaller
collectors. They're just eating
smaller
well
game
right now.
stuff,
Very
and maybe
good, very
this
good.
stuff and how they seem to be
Great.
positioning
So
a lot of these products,
there's got to be
They're
a book to
actually
provide you with all the rules and
making it
lore
more
about all of these
accessible
things
for
we just
people to
showed
get
you.
into.
You'll find that in
I hope, because the rulebook now has all of the rules,
Salamanders.
apart from this, of
If you
course.
really
But
like salamanders, don't look too close to the cover because that is an Iron Warriors Fellblade driving over your mates.
they're getting a journal
Sorry.
tactica or a journal strategia
Someone's gonna lose.
as well.
Sorry,
The
Salamanders.
ruin of the salamanders.
Right. So we're not quite done in the Age of Darkness. We need to take a tiny detour as we talk about something like new and
Scouring.
interesting. If you've been enjoying reading and discovering.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're having bandwidth issues. So, chat, what do we think of this stream so far? Is it delivering the big stuff that you were expecting in a very polished and
The
professional?
Horus Heresy series. We're
This is how
introducing
life
here for the
goes.
first time
You can't
a
give them
new-
any flack.
a new
This is just
volume
what it
of
is.
Horus Rising. What is the Horus Heresy saga, I hear you ask? It is 12 volumes, which have been selected by the Black Library to take you through the Horus Heresy. Otherwise, you're
Okay.
facing like 54 books. And so what this does is it includes sort of the main story arc of the heresy and a lot of those
That's
main events. So things like
cool.
Ispan 3, Ispan 5, the betrayal at Kauth,
Because I look at the heresy titles and I'm like,
loads
I
of
don't know
these
where to start.
key events that you really need to understand to make your way through the whole of the Horus Heresy. Eddie's
Stunning
holding a
artwork.
copy of the hardback book right now. If you're in the room, come and have a look at the end of the show. It's a beautiful volume, fantastic new artwork. There'll be a
Ooh.
paperback edition coming in the.
They are
in the
going to
future
milk
afterwards as well.
the Black
These-
Library
these are
heresy
intended
books
for people
for
who
the rest of
maybe,
time, aren't
A
they?
lot of us in this room have probably
They're
followed the
just
Horus
gonna-
Heresy for years, right? But if
They're
you're
going to
new
just
and you wanna
churn
know
out
where to
new
start, well,
editions
this is
after
a
new
fantastic
editions after
starting
new
point.
editions.
Horus Rising is one of the most popular books in all of the Black Library, and it's exciting to see it in a new imprint.
Oh, I'm going to see if we can get some shots of this. One second.
There we go. It's exciting. Right. I guess the thing to talk about with Horus Rising is this is kind of the book that like launched the Horus Heresy into the fame and the notoriety that we're familiar with today. There we go.
There we
Oh,
go.
look. There we go.
That's
the
a
cover art
shot
is
that isn't
fantastic.
the spine on a
Horus
black
Lapel
table.
Looks like a really swell guy.
I
think
would follow him, definitely.
I think
Seems like a great guy.
it's all going to turn out just fine. Who wouldn't trust that guy? Fantastic.
Oh,
Right.
this is great.
So,
I
we are
love.
moving on.
I
now.
do
We've
love
been to
this
the Age of
stuff.
Darkness. Let's return for a moment to the old world, if we can.
Interesting that they've got two mics on. They've got the DJI. I think it's the DJI.
So,
it might be Rode
Let's
lapel
play the
mics,
video.
and then they're speaking into a mic as well.
The enemy are at the walls.
Okay, this is Grand Cathay. Here we go with the old world.
Now is the time for every citizen to take up arms. The
Dogs
great
of War.
mages
Dogs of
the
War is a thing,
celestial
isn't it? Oh,
court
is that going to be the
stand
Emperor
with us.
guy?
Together, we defend our homeland. This great bastion.
So they've
has
just
stood
introduced
for
Grand Cathay,
3,000 years. It
and now
shall
it's under
not
siege.
fall today.
Oh, I love the archers. Wow. The added Kislev, you get into it? Yeah, I think there's a lot of people with you. I am amazed we haven't seen Kislev yet, to be honest. Defend the Great Bastion. Defenders of the Great Bastion
cool.
box set.
Yes. So,
Wave
Warhammer the Old
3
World, obviously,
of
has
Grand
come back. We're
Cathay.
going back to the world that was. It's been a lot of fun for those of us who have gone there.
It's good that they're
One of
supporting the
huge
new
stories
army.
out of Warhammer the Old
I'm all
World
up for
has
that,
been,
but the older
Cathay,
stuff,
which is an army
the older
we've never
factions,
previously had a
the
chance to
old
visit.
20, 30-year-old
We've
models,
had that army released in the not too
they
distant past.
kind of need a bit of love. Maybe don't
very
go
exciting
all
release,
in
and
on
this is a huge
the newer
expansion
stuff,
for that
unless you're
faction.
going to do it
With
for
loads
everyone.
of good stuff on the way, including
that aside,
of the Celestial Court.
how amazing do they
until
look?
now, if you've been using a Grand Cathay army, you've been a little bit limited for your choices of spellcasters on the battlefield.
I like the
Wizards
scenery as well
options,
that they've
but
obviously
the Astromancers
built
provide
themselves.
you with a foot mount,
I like the guy with
and
the
a mounted
sword.
wizard, so you can include them in your units, or have them deploying around.
Astronomers of the Celestial
and
Court,
provide you with
so
some much
wizards and
magical
things.
backup.
Yeah.
Also,
Multi-part plastic
And then a
kit as
weird little
well.
crow
Really
thing.
Lots of cool little options in there. You can have a look at the different heads and staffs and hands. And
Cathay
things.
0P
You've also
right
got a
now?
really
Oh, that's not
adorable
good.
Onyx Crowman as well,
He does have a little crow man with him.
which is a familiar.
The Crow Dude's
if you,
cool,
wondering
yeah.
what it does in the game. Right.
Just a familiar, okay.
Now, in the narrative of what's
Peasant
taking
levy
place,
with
in
bows.
the Old
They
World
are
right now,
stunning.
a lot of the army of Grand Cathay has deployed to the Old World proper to help reinforce against the hordes of chaos, which are massing in the north. And that leaves the peasant levies the responsibility of manning the Great Bastion. And so that's what we have here is some of the peasant levy. These are just ordinary citizen soldiers called to arms. Here you can see them with bows. There's not been a lot of missile units in Grand Cathay.
That's stunning.
Artillery pieces until now, so these are a really welcome unit.
Fit well
Also
with the
got
Old
some spears
World.
if you want.
Yeah.
In game terms, this also
They have
gives you
that
like a really
classic
useful disposable
fantasy
unit that
vibe.
you
That's
can
where I
have.
was going,
So, currently, you're having to rely on the
spears are
Jade
nice,
Warriors, which are really the elite.
but
of
the
your
archers,
forces.
man,
But
archers
sometimes
are
you
just
need a unit to kind
so
of
cool.
get in the way of something, or to block a charge, or to fall back, or just to
This is a
die
nice
so that other
looking
units
unit.
don't have to,
A really
hence
nice looking
give you
unit. That standard with the dragon head is
It's a
so cool.
Now, we talked a little about missile units available to the armies of Grand Cathay. And there
It
are
looks
two
good.
new missile
That's
units
nice as
on the
well.
way
I
as
like
part
that
of this
guy.
reinforcement set. The first are the Iron Hell Gunners. The forges of Nangao have been blazing.
Of course
hot
they're
to
gonna
make
get cannons,
weapons
right?
and munitions for the armies of Grand Cathay. The Iron Hell Gunners are functionally
Very cool.
blunderbusters.
Very nice.
These things tear through heavy infantry at short range, devastating missile troops. And
It
they're
does fill out
reinforced
Cathay
by the
quite a
Iron
lot,
Hell
doesn't it?
Gunners, which you just saw there. So there's 2 units inside this reinforcement set. The Iron Hail.
The
short
heads and the
range, devastating
faces are
against
really
large
done
units,
quite
and
nicely as
then
well.
you've got
Nicely
the
sculpted,
train
I think.
gunners, which we'll go to next. So you can see they've got
They
the
are
Cathays
cool.
to protect them from incoming fire, and then they've got these extremely powerful arquebus-style weapons. The
Wow, they
detailing
are
on them
really
is the thing that
cool.
really excites me. The sort of the fluting on the barrel, all of the the telescopic sights, everything about these just really screams like intricate detail and sculptural work that the Grand Cathay army is quite known for.
Absolutely. And together, added into the artillery you've already got as part of the Cathayan army, you can make an incredibly powerful shooting army for the armies of Grand Cathay. If you wanted to just put missiles
It's a good
on the
looking box.
battlefield, have archers
Good mix of
and
things. It looks like you
firepower
get
and
3 sets of
artillery
the
and rockets
levies,
and all
2
sorts of
sets
stuff,
of the
you could make
shield
probably the
gunners,
most formidable shooting army in
and
the
then
old world, which is
one
pretty
set
you're
of
certainly
the
right there,
new
aren't you?
cannon
All
guys.
of these things will be available
Iron
first
Hail
as part of the
guys.
Defenders of the Grand Bastion, which is a reinforcement set. If you've not collected a Grand Cathay army before, you could use this as a starter, but it's really intended as that.
It could be a
big
good
block of
starter,
reinforcements
but
for your existing
I think
force.
you're missing out a lot of
And
the key
it's,
units,
let's
whereas
talk about
this
when this is
looks
out.
like
It's going to be
auxiliary
out
stuff.
till, like late winter into spring next year.
Yeah, so a little bit of a wait, but
Okay,
not too
January,
long.
February,
So if you like the look of those and
March
you've not got any
next
Cathay
year.
and stuff
February,
yet,
March, let's
pick
say
up
next
some
year.
Cathay now, get your
So pretty soon,
army
really.
ready, and the reinforcements will be along sooner than you know it.
breaching of the Great Bastion, so
with a
chaos
little bit of
is going to
foreshadowing,
breach
I
Cathay.
mentioned
That's
that
cool. That's a nice
the
way of
army
bringing it
Grand
in.
Cathay within the narrative of the unfolding
But that
war
is
has gone to
Arcane
the
Journal
old
number
world to fight
3 for
against
Grand
chaos.
Cathay,
This book's called
which
The Breaching
feels
of
a
the
little
Great
bit
Bastion. It all
lopsided
does not look
to
well
everything else.
back in Grand Cathay. You can see it's all on fire. And so I think
Well, like the
you're gonna see what
dragons.
peasant levies are going to have to be dealing with within the story as it
Cool.
unfolds. in the
Interesting.
Absolutely. A very exciting expansion for the old world and for Grand Cathay in particular.
So
It must be
Sounds
selling
good.
well.
That's fun.
Yeah, it must be.
why don't we go forward and have a little bit of a look at Necromunda?
Let's do it.
Okay, so 40k's last.
So,
Something
Necromunda,
amazing.
There's quite a response to Necromunda here in the room. There's been a narrative sort of event taking place within Necromunda.
We're continuing on with the Aranthian succession. Very cool.
You see here, this is a new.
So we're
book that's
going
coming
back
Necromunda. It's
to
called Spire of Primus.
the
This is part of
narrative
the
campaign
Aranthian succession,
before
story
the
that's unfolding.
Secundus storyline,
There's been
which
a
ties
real
in
power
with the
struggle on
Aranthian
planet
succession.
Necromunda.
Yeah.
The,
This has been
governor,
like 5 years
presumed dead.
spanning campaign.
Noble houses have been
This is
vying
cool
for
that they're
power,
continuing it.
And this
And that
book
is the model
continues and
from
culminates
the
some of that story,
banner.
with the real appearance and arrival of a major player within the power structure of Necromunda. This is Ozostium Aranthus. Now,
Wow.
the arc is called the Aranthian Succession, and Ozostium Aranthus is a presence that has been on Necromunda since before the birth of the Imperium.
He's really
Wow.
old. Really old.
He looks well for it, right?
Yeah,
Everything
he
seems
looks
fine. If you want to see just
I mean, that
how
beautiful
he looks
sword,
under his
but that
helmet,
miniature would
on
work for so
warhammercommunity.com,
many
there's a picture of him
things.
without his helmet on. He is not a well man. So essentially, he
That
is
is a
attempting
creepy
the,
demon baby.
ultimate power coup to take control of Necromunda. He's, I don't want to spoil
Stunning.
who and what he is too much, other than to say he's got a really dark and unpleasant past, and I wouldn't want him in charge of my planet. He's not the good guy.
I love it. I'm
Well,
sold.
maybe he is if you like that sort of thing.
But there's a lot of other kits on the way as well for next
Palanite Justiciars. Justicars, sorry.
We've got a few things to talk
They
about.
are
These are the Palanite
incredibly
Justicars.
creepy.
You've seen Palanite Enforcers before. It's the responsibility of on every planet in the Imperium for the planetary governor to maintain law and order. That's not the job.
They
of the
are
Lex, but
super
it's to,
creepy.
Enforce the Lex Imperialis. So this is part of that law and order. Palanite Justicars, in particular, dispense justice to like the noble houses. And so what you've got here is almost like a snatch squad, right? You've got bailiffs, you've got the one with his man catcher, you've got an executioner. These are going to descend into the hive and
not an aesthetic that I love.
And you can ally them alongside
weapons.
law-abiding gangs.
It's very
your Necromunda campaigns.
Inquisition, isn't it?
They're just
Great
fantastic.
box of henchmen.
The servo still has a wig.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit too Imperium for my taste.
Barrister looking
wow.
aesthetic going on. There's some cool things to talk about here. The man catcher is a Fullman pattern man catcher, and you can build them in a variety of ways. So he could be like built onto the guy who's kneeling down and whatever. So there's some options here. I'm being told to hold my microphone more effectively. So fantastic if you're enjoying the Palanites and you want something to add to your law-abiding gang.
Stunning.
Not the
Absolutely
only
stunning.
expansion.
New squats.
Necromunda saw a couple of years back saw the return of the squats. These are the Ironhead Squat Charter Masters and Drill Masters. This is an expansion for your Ironhead Squat gangs. They provide you with some elite specialist gang champion situation here.
They did need champions and
right?
things, yeah, 100%.
Squat with a pipe and a power axe.
That's a pipe and a big axe.
So the idea of these is they're champions that add on to an existing Necromunda gang. You could probably make a gang out of it, but the idea is that really this is an expansion. The existing squats that you've already got, these are kind of the elite. These are what Charter Masters effectively.
They do look good.
Earned their
they look very good, actually.
Squat hierarchy, and as a result, kitted out with some of the best equipment. They've got very good armor. They've got very good guns. These are going to pack a punch.
And great options for Leagues of Votan if you don't like the Leagues of Votan style and vibe.
See the bigger suit. They've got like this incredible understanding of like how the mining processes work and chem harvesting, and they've got the gear to do it, but it's also incredibly useful war gear. Or you've got the Drill Masters, and the Drill Master can control, I think he's called a Techmite Autoveyor. Is this weird little sort of tracked unit that you might have seen in some of the shots. A great addition to your Necromunda gangs, and you can use them as part of your Ironhead.
They look good. They look very good.
There you go.
Nice additional stuff for the squats.
That is Necromunda.
I mean, that was big
to the grim
for Necromunda, actually. The big bad of the Aranthian succession. Right, 40k. Are we ready for some Ultramarines?
For Warhammer 40,000 for you today. Some incredible new miniatures across a range of different factions. I want to start off with some new character models for some of our Xenos factions. is Beric Stormbrow. He is a
Wow.
Cookstonic Berserker character. He can lead your units for Cookstonic Berserkers.
So I
And
do
the
not
rule for
like
this guy
the
is
Berserker
that he
models
is an
at
expert
all.
Orc hunter. He's lost his
But
hands
that
in combat
is
against orcs. They blow him blasted
amazing.
off in some kind of horrific bout of firepower. But he is so tough. He's just got some new bionic ones. He's not overly troubled by it.
do they really
He is a
need something
particularly
like
tough
this?
kin.
But
He
I
has,
think the thing
a
is here,
clothing scheme
he's
that makes him
against
even more
orcs.
durable than the already
And orcs are
durable
going to be the
Legions
big
of
bad
Urken
for
already
11th,
are.
I
He
believe.
goes right at the
We're going
front
back
of
to
your army,
Armageddon
in the
in a
middle of your
big way.
Cookstonic Berserkers, leads that unit into
I
combat.
don't think he's
They
as
give them
cool as
explosive
Bernie.
hits in combat. He does all sorts of horrible things to
Bernie,
your
the
opponent's
Tyranid
army and makes them
variant of
absolutely
these
messy whatever
characters,
you send them
is
into.
so much cooler.
And the orcs prime nose.
But what a
Yeah, but what's
stunning
it all
character
really hard to
miniature.
make nosebleeds?
I would think
For
so.
an aesthetic that
he's
I
not
detest.
The only new
Stunning.
character model coming. Here we see the
New
Twin
Tau.
Lance, part of the Tau Empire. Eddie, what are the Twin Lance?
So
Nice bit of
the
spine.
Twin
Yeah,
Lance
that
are
orc
a
head
new
was
pair of
gorgeous.
special characters for the Tau Empire. Those of you who know your Tau Empire lore will know that Farsight was once the exemplar of the Montcar, the killing blow within the Tau Empire, but he's sort of fallen out of favor with the Ethereals. They don't really like to put him on the posters and the propaganda
That
anymore.
shield's amazing.
So they were looking for someone new to represent the Montcar within the Tau Empire. So they found these guys, the Twin Lance. This is a male and a female Tau who were once part of
I like the drones as well. Yeah, super Gundam vibes. The Gundam stuff, you know, Gundam is on the up, so James Workshop want their piece, don't they?
And managed to take out the leader of the Genestealer uprising, and
Just-
from that point onwards,
just
they were
great.
lording
Really
as
nicely
heroes of
done.
the Tau Empire, and now they go between.
They're not
the
Farsight
different
enclaves,
sects, fighting
so
wherever the
I
Ethereals
wouldn't
tell
be
them
using
to.
them,
One of
'cause
the
if
things
I
to
did
note
Tau,
about
it
them
would be
quite cool is that
Farsight.
They don't have the markings of any specific sept within the Tau Empire on them, because they are heroes for all of the people of the Tau, for all of the greater good. They can fight alongside any of the septs you want, which means
Can
you
they?
can put them in any of your Tau armies, regardless of what color you painted them.
That's what they want,
They are
yeah.
very, very good at going in very close and killing the thing you really want them to kill. One of them has a fusion-style weapon. One of them has a flamer-style weapon. So whether you want to melt a tank or burn some infantry, they are the Tau for the
Is he
job.
holding a
they
pistol
have
in one
individual
hand on
names,
that
so they are
shield?
known as the Twin Lance. You have Sunseer, who has the Fusion Eliminator, and then you have Scatterflare, who uses an ion scatter cannon. And so you can see them here. The
I
ion
like
scatter
the
cannon is one on
blue
screen left, and,
or the additional
yeah,
bit,
they've
that
got
slightly
different
more
specializations,
damaged, more
fantastic,
nuanced, detailed
new
armor.
character models for your Tau Empire army.
Very
There's more.
Eastern vibe.
This is
Ooh,
very exciting for me. I'm a Tyranid collector. I have a nice Tyranid army at home.
That's a nice Tyranid
this is
Prime.
A new
That is a
Synapse
nice
leader
Tyranid
for your
Prime.
Tyranid army, with the Tyranid Prime with Lashwick.
I mean, it sort of does what it says on the tin. This is the Tyranid Prime with a lash whip. You know what a Tyranid Prime is? You know what a lash whip is? This is the Tyranid
I
Prime
love
with
it.
a lash whip.
I
It's
want it.
A lovely miniature. It's in a
I should
really cool
probably start
dynamic
knits.
pose. It's the first time we've
That's
had a
amazing.
dedicated miniature to
I
represent,
love that we're getting new
a Tyranid
characters.
Prime infantry version.
Oh, this is so
this
cool.
Is a character that you can put in amongst either Tyranid warriors or one of your infantry units. Makes that unit more efficient and obviously gives
Great
you some
pose
synaptic
as well.
benefits as well.
Really nice
but I think
pose.
it's just a really awesome Tyranid model. Actually, just really great to have something
Yeah.
new to paint.
Yeah, we should say these three releases that we just described, so Beric and the Twin Spear and the Tyranid Prime with Lashwick, we're expecting to see them released into the new year, so think more like springtime, I
Yeah,
think.
it's a little way off yet, but we just wanted to show you. some-
January, February.
It's always nice. There is a lot more.
So
from
end
Warhammer
campaign
40,000
stuff.
for us to show. I believe we've got a little video.
Yeah.
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible.
Is that Titus?
They await your presence, my lord. He commands
that?
us to reconquer the 500 worlds of Ultramar.
It does sound like the guy who voiced Titus for Space Marine 2, doesn't it? I can't
In
remember
the
his name.
10,000 years between his death and rebirth, how many worlds have been scoured by the archenemy? Devoured by the monsters of the hive mind? Sacrificed on the altar of Exterminatus? He is a
This is a
demigod out of
stunning
time,
trailer.
fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home. Rise, Demetria Titus, Master of the Watch, Captain of the Second Company, Warden of Ultramar!
Holy shit!
The Primarch reborn demands the impossible. But only in death does duty end.
Wow.
That was awesome.
I got chills.
I'm a huge fan of Captain Titus. I followed him through
Captain
Space Marine,
Titus
the original
now.
game many years ago. I've put too many
Back
hours
to the
account for
Second
Space
Company.
Marine 2, and here we see
Right,
his
Space Marine
narrative
3,
progress.
he is
Tell
going
us
to
more,
be
Eddie.
the
This
big
is
boy.
an important piece of Warhammer 40,000 lore, and especially
Wow.
important for Captain Titus. Those of you who played Space Marine 2, the computer game,
It
will
sounded
know
like he was
that the last
questioning
time we saw
Guilliman
Titus,
as well,
he was
though, didn't
a
it?
lieutenant of the Ultramarines, recently
That's
returned
cool.
from
I
exile
like
in
that.
the Death Watch, and he has sort of come back, the prodigal son return sort of thing. We now know, thanks to this new piece of information, that he has become the captain of the Second Company once more. His journey is complete.
So what
His,
happened to the
redemption
current captain in
is
the
complete,
game?
and he is now leading the Second Company. But that is a job that comes with a lot of responsibility.
Stunning
he is the Warden
armor.
of Ultramar, and he has been tasked by the Primarch Reboot Gulliman with retaking the 500 worlds of Ultramar.
500
which
worlds
was an
confirmed.
enormous thing for Gulliman back in the age of the Horus Heresy, but many of those worlds have been lost. He has been tasked with reclaiming them. with
Technical
the
issues aside,
troops he has to hand.
this reveal show
let's see
has
what
just
those
killed it
troops
with
look
every
like.
reveal, I think. Wow, what a model. Is that new Solar Auxilia? Not Solar Auxilia, new... That was Idris Elba, wasn't it? They're stunning. You got to get Titus. Titus is the only one I have. So 500 Worlds is the end narrative campaign.
Fantastic. So here we see
There's some nice new models in there.
Captain Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar. This is a new plastic kit that is coming out for the Ultramarines
So
chapter.
that-
This is
The
Titus
guy on
and his
the
command staff
left, as I'm looking at it, this guy here is the guy in the secret level.
Absolutely. We know that
Animation,
we've
isn't
had
he?
quite a lot of Ultramarine releases recently, but I think for Titus,
I like
we can
this
have
box.
one more.
I
I
might-
think that's okay.
I might
He's
buy this
kinda
box
He's kinda
just for
cool.
Titus.
So this is Captain Titus. He has brought with him his brilliant chainsword,
Wow.
which we know
Wow.
from Space Marine 2.
I've got a lot of hours in with that.
Yes,
chainsaw.
I've killed a lot of Tyranids with that chainsword. He has the mantle of the captain once more, so all the regalia that you'd expect of that position.
He
A
looks
very
like he's
cool
been a
cloak,
bit more
and
battered,
he
doesn't
is
he?
the centre of that
His
new
face
box
looks
set.
a lot
But it's not
more
just him,
scarred.
He's brought with him his
Yeah, it is.
Possibly
nice.
my favourite
Idris
Space
Elba.
Marine in the whole galaxy. Anybody here seen Secret Level? In the chat, have you seen Secret Level? If you haven't, you need to go and watch it. It's an incredible
I'm not
animation.
surprised
made
that he's
part
come
of
out
Amazon
as a
part of the
miniature.
Secret Level series. Matorus is the veteran sergeant who recruited Titus as a boy.
Stunning.
And here they are reunited in this plastic kit. Matorus is going to help.
They're the
Titus
only
with his quest
Ultramarines I want to
unify these
own,
500 worlds.
but
he's a
great
sergeant of
tie-in,
the
'cause
Blade
how
Guard,
big was the secret
so as
level
you can imagine,
stuff?
He is a
big
very,
was
very
Space Marine
competent
2?
combatant, and you can watch him be a very competent combatant in the secret level episode. He's not the only Space Marine to accompany Titus, of course.
Gadriel.
Ancient Gadriel. This guy had your back all the way through Space Marine 2.
He didn't really have your back all the way through, did he?
The banner of the Second Company. He is the
Okay,
ancient
this
of
is going to
Isis.
sell quickly. This is going to be a
nice to have
limited
friends,
release as
right?
well, isn't it?
Yeah, speaking of friends, there's a suite of other important characters who are going to help Titus in his mission. Here we have
Who is that?
Commodore
I mean, these
Gaius
would be great
Silver,
for Necromunda.
a commander within the fleet of Ultramar, responsible for making
Not a
sure
Space
that
Marine.
the fleet logistics and the naval
How
battles
is
and
this
things that
unit
take
gonna
place,
work?
go smoothly.
Yeah.
There's more. He's got a staff of human helpers. This is Astropath.
Take off some of the
Daniel
Ultramarine symbols or all of the Ultramarine symbols. These would be amazing as nobles in
a powerful
Necromunda.
Astropath.
Tons of gamers will be
48
getting this that
terms,
don't collect
this is
minis.
the only way
Yeah,
to stay in
I
touch
agree.
with your friends.
Yeah,
This is a
Titus
genius
is the
idea.
captain of
It's
the
a
Second Company, the
genius
Warden of
box.
Ultramar. He has almost constant communication from all the various planets within Ultramar and the forces that he's trying to command to keep hold of them and take new ones. So it's vital.
What
that
a cool idea of a campaign as well.
At all times. Interesting.
Going to Ultramar and trying to reclaim that sector. Because you can bring in Guilliman, you can bring in
part of the Imperium in that not only do the Ultramarines have to go and kill all the aliens there and
that's
make
a cool
sure that they
rogue
drive
trader
out the
look.
heretics.
Style
miniature. They
as
also
well.
lord over the humans of that region as well. They command the humans and
you take off the Ultramarine symbols, you could make some interesting chaosy stuff from these models as well. Certainly from the humans. You
they
chaos
go
them up
ahead,
nicely.
This character goes ahead of Titus, kind of as a messenger, but also as an explorer. So sort of scouting ahead and working out which of the 500 worlds that are
I'm not sure about the
are
face.
able to be reclaimed and helping him with that mission. And possibly my favourite of the human helpers. This is Amelia Minervus, the Legatus, a ranking officer within
a nice miniature as well.
Ultramar Auxilia.
Yeah, absolutely. Ultramar
so the Ultramar
Auxilia of Ultramar that battle very similar to the Astra Militarum alongside the Ultramarines trying
basically
to
have
500 worlds
nicer looking miniatures than a lot of the Imperial Guard command squads.
So the idea with this set is that it's essentially Titus and his command staff, and it's a fantastic leadership unit to use in your games. Brilliant character models. And also really starts to help tell the narrative of this event that's taking place.
Stunning box.
The 500 worlds. Speaking of which, Eddie, do you want to get the book?
Get the book.
We've got the book here today, so we can get it out and show you. This is Warhammer 40,000 500 Worlds Titus. It is when we say book, that's a little bit misleading. Here you can see it's a mighty slipcase that contains 4 volumes to it. What these volumes do is each has a slightly different thing. So you have the first of these books is called Titus. It's the lore, it's 80 pages of the narrative and the background that explains the events that are taking place.
Okay.
You then have Dread Incursions. Dread Incursions are
Necrons. That's
the way to play boarding actions, and
that's the new Necron
sort of
model that we haven't had revealed yet, but they've quickly got rid of. I love a map.
Fantastic terrain.
That's a campaign map. This is cool.
Really useful for doing some of those sort of boarding action style situations.
I want this.
We've also got.
This is cool. This is a great narrative
War
thing.
On Vespertor Front as a campaign. Anybody here enjoying the grand narrative this weekend might find this extremely appealing, because this is a complete campaign system. In the background of this shot here now, you can see the map that comes. Oh, we've just lost it. But there's an enormous map that comes with this set.
This is cool. I love that they're leaning so hard into the campaign system and hopefully doing some fun stuff with it. And about the leaning into narrative and characters, I was just thinking that.
Attachments volume, which is 16 pages.
This is how they should be leading this stuff and pushing the story forward.
They will be available online as a download or as part of the app. I don't know quite which.
Yeah,
part of the app.
Online. This is a very cool set of expansions. There's loads of good stuff in there, loads of good gaming
So
material.
Are we thinking 500 Worlds, Titus, this is book 1 effectively, and then you've got book 2, let's say...
The detachments will be match-play
I don't know.
but because we don't want to kind of limit them behind a big set
Caiaphas Cain,
they will also be available online.
And then he gets a model with his unit and a couple of things, and you get some cool stuff.
Within the 500 Worlds.
Because if you base it on a character, you can just release that character set and then a couple of other bits.
Of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, one of the most active
like they did with
currently happening
boarding
in
actions.
Warhammer 40,000 right now, which is to say something.
And the end of campaign for 9th.
I had a chance to read through the Titus volume, that 80-page lore book. There are some very cool information inside there.
Don't tell me that. I'm going to have to get it now.
Within the sort of wider story of Warhammer 40,000 are really interesting. Compelling read.
Cool.
But who are they fighting, Adam?
Well, if you've looked at the covers of those books, you might have got a subtle hint as to who the enemy that is principally causing them problems within the 500 Worlds. These guys
Necrons.
finding themselves
Your
going up
wallet.
against this guy. This is Necrosor Amantar. And who or what is Necrosor Amantar?
So Necrosor Amantar is effectively a deranged destroyer lord of the Necrons. He is an ancient, powerful creature.
There's a little bit of a flayed one thing going on there, isn't there?
An entire army of destroyers who want none of that kind of conquest or claiming land or anything like that. He just wants to wipe out all life in the galaxy, starting with Ultramar. There are even rumors that he
That's
might
fair.
have been
I'd
the
start with
origin
Ultramar
of
too.
the Destroyer curse itself amongst the Necrons. So he's a pretty big deal. He has
Wow.
a particularly diabolical plan.
Big Bad's
Looking at the
have been
galaxy,
great,
he
yeah.
goes, even though I am a 20-foot killing machine with lasers for arms, I don't think I could kill the whole galaxy, but I know something that could. I'm going to put the Nightbringer back together.
But this
Fantastic.
links in with Kill
So
Team
the
as well.
Nightbringer,
So
you
how's
might have
that going to
seen,
work?
we,
This whole narrative
showed it on
campaign is going to be
warhammernews.com. It's really the
40k
first
and
time
Kill
you've seen it
Team.
if it hadn't have gone out as a leak. We did mention links in our invitation video, but here is the Catan shard of the Nightbringer. The
Stunning model.
Necrosaur, his plan is to gather all of the Catan shards so that he can get the Nightbringer together properly and just kill all life in the galaxy.
Absolutely.
He's collecting
it's
the
not
Infinity
just
Stones.
the new character and the new Catan shard that will be coming out. There will be some new
Wonderful,
ways
stunning.
of getting Necrons into your army. There is a new battalion, which basically
Nice.
gives you
Is that a new
all the
destroyer?
destroyers. So if you like the idea of an army of undying, unkillable robots, hell-bent
cool.
on destroying all life.
So this
the
is going to
battalion for you.
be cut down
Perfect.
spearheads, isn't it? That is a new destroyer.
If your
right?
your jam is just psychotic, undead robot killing machines, 500 Worlds is going to be your jam.
Yep.
Perfect. Whew. I feel like we've reached the end.
That is the end.
That's it. That's all we're getting.
Right. So
I mean,
here we go.
pretty
Let's just look at Titus squaring off against the enemy. And then what remains is for us to bring this to a close. Everybody who's been watching us live on the stream, thank you so much for sticking with us for our technical difficulties. We appreciate it wasn't perfect, but it's been really great to show you all
been
these
a solid
fantastic
reveal
Warhammer
stream.
reveals and just get a bit excited about our favourite hobby.
One of the
with
oldest
all of you.
Necrons.
Thank you for hanging
Yeah.
around with us.
That
If you want
needed
to see
upgrading.
any of these reveals again, you want to watch any of the videos again, you want a closer look at any of those miniatures, the Warhammer Community website, if it's not already updated, will be updated very soon.
Quest
with
wins for
lovely
you,
shots
Dan.
of all
Yeah,
of those new
I-
reveals that
I
you
think
can
Quest
spend
was-
time, look over them, and decide which of those you're most excited about.
Quest just as an offering
Yeah,
was
absolutely. If
amazing,
you've
but
got
a new
burning questions
Titus
about these,
is
Eddie and I didn't
cool.
explain,
The new
there's a
narrative
good
campaign
chance
is
the
going to be
answers will
amazing.
be there on Warcom, so go and have a
Magakin
look. I should address
blew me
the
away.
1,000 or so people in the room. Thank you all for sticking around with us as
Necromunda
well.
was pretty good. There was so much. Grand Cathay was solid
You
as
have
well.
been an
I would have
incredible
liked
audience.
something
It's
else
been
for
a delight
Old
to
World,
share this
though.
reveal with all of you. We're going to bring this thing to a close. Thank you from Eddie and from all of the Warhammer TV team who made this possible. And thank you from myself. It's been a delight. We'll see you
Titus
again
is
next
your
time.
number 2.
Good night.
Yeah, right. So we are done. Just in case it starts playing again, let's mute that. Right. So very solid. Very, very solid. It's just gone 2 o'clock in the morning here, so let's make this quick. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for staying up and watching my channel. I know there's so many out there that you could have watched as well. Dan, thank you for keeping me company in the comments as well. Fantastic. If you have enjoyed this, please do like the stream. It really does help the channel. And yeah, the channel is growing really nicely. But before we go, how about we have a little roundup on some of these articles? So we've already looked at Darkwater while they were having technical difficulties. And I'm probably going to do more in depth with these tomorrow, just as standalone little videos that will talk about them. But let's just take a bit more of a look at the new Titus. Oh, so they do reference Ackerman, who's the captain in Space Marine 2. There's usually only one way Space Marine jobs open up, but we'll take a closer look at that next week, because Ackerman never officially had a model. But solid miniature. Really, really nice. And a solid attaché. I love that we've got Gadriel and Idris, I'm going to call him. I can't remember his name. But that's 2 cool characters. And then the humans, a nice little extra. Very cool. And we get helmeted version as well. Very good. The armor's stunning. And then the Necron. He may be the genesis of the Destroyer curse, which is really cool. So Necrosar Amentar. Very, very nice. Just so much going on. And this ties in beautifully with the Tomb World stuff as well. The Tomb World for Kill Team with the new Necron models. And then going into this, there's so much Necron stuff going on. Amazing. And then a new battalion box. So this is going to be like your boarding actions boxes, where it'll be a selection of miniatures. It looks like it is a new destroyer. Does it reference it? I don't think it does. 2 Locust Heavy destroyers. Maybe it isn't new. I'm not sure. That feels like that one in the back left is new. All of these others aren't, from what I know. But this is going to be the battalion style little 500 point, I would guess, narrative campaign thing that they're going to do for this. Very much like the boarding actions for the end of 9th. We've seen the Shard of the Nightbringer, stunning model. And then this, fantastic way to do a book. This is better not be limited, because it's going to, you put Titus's name on it, it's going to sell out. But a good selection. And they're all labelled up as Titus, so this is book 1 of however many. Can't wait to share more about these exciting books and miniatures. You'll have to wait, but there's still more to come. Very, very cool. Titus will be back, we promise. Yeah, scalpers are going to have a field day with lots of this stuff. This box will sell out instantly. It'll be ridiculous. 40k, very solid. And then we have a couple of characters. I like it. It's not an aesthetic that I buy into for the Votan. I will not have any of the weird Berserker stuff, the Chthonian Berserks. But solid miniature. Great pose, great character, sort of standout style. Very big tactical rock, but then they are only short. The Twin Lance, beautiful details, nice heads. It's a cool little take on the Tau weapons. They're probably special versions of the weapons, but I don't know if this is super exciting. But new characters, that's pretty cool. We did see the Chaos guy. We'll jump over to that. That was Horus Heresy. I think that that is just a really nice Tyranid Prime. And I think that this is giving you a little nod on some of the other boxes that we'll see. So we've seen that Necron one with some destroyers. I think that there will be a Tyranid one. I think that there will be a Tau one. I think that there will be a Votan one. Makes sense. So that guy there. Let's just bounce down to the Cataphracti. I think he was. Yeah, there. I know that they've said they've upscaled these. You can take them in a squad of 12. Wow. Each kit coming with 6 miniatures. That feels generous for Terminators, but they look good. They look quite big, quite tall, don't they? But this was the, and then the breaches that we're getting the full look at. We've seen a couple of these, but they look solid. And that's their box. All of this is locked behind because, you know, scalper boxes first and then stuff will release individually. Horus Heresy stuff, actually, I think that the individual troop kits release alongside the FOMO boxes. So it's not that bad. And with this being a battle group, I do wonder if this will stick around. And then the Skitarii, these look amazing. You could make some really cool Chaosy stuff, Dark Mech stuff, Necromunda stuff, just solid weird robots. Loads of messed up human heads and things. Very, very cool. And then their little flying drone thing. Again, that's a battle group, so I think that that might stick around a little bit. And then we have the next Journal Tactica 3, which is Skitarii, the Steel Hand of Mars, going to be focusing on the AdMech, which is pretty cool. Moving away from drop site massacres and space marines and things. I mean, yeah. Ozosteum Aranthus, the Divine Prince. Oh my god, look at his face. And you can have him with his chest plate off as well. Wow, he is messed up. That's a stunning sword as well. Wow, he is a mess. And then the Palanite Justicars. This is the hit squad for the higher ups taking out the nobles. Pretty cool. And then some new squat stuff as well. Squat champions, as they said, which they needed. And then the Aranthian Succession Spire of Primus, taking it back into Hive Primus. By the sounds of it, new narrative scenarios and multiplayer scenarios also feature, plus rules for the Justicar courts, the Palanite Justicars, and the big bad himself. Aranthian allied gangs, so that'll be a new twist in kit bashing. He's the guy who basically came in and took over and tried to assassinate Helmor, isn't he? You could make some cool chaosy stuff for him, couldn't you? You could make some cool dark mech stuff for him. His lore is going to be amazing. They did a fantastic job with him, didn't they? Yeah, very, very grim. He is just skin, bone, and metallic. That model is surprisingly incredible. Cathay was pretty strong as well, wasn't it? I like that one. With the sword there, just a really cool pose. Gun team, the Iron Hail Gunners, the Peasant Levies were great. Those archers are stunning. That's coming in its own box, and then we get the next Arcane Journal, which is number 3 for Grand Cathay, but it is actually set in Grand Cathay instead of being in the Old World area that we currently know that most of the Cathayan army went to fight in to push back Chaos. It looks like Chaos have finally caught up with them. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would have liked some more Old World, something else, as well as Cathay, but Cathay needed fleshing out, and it looks like it's a full faction now, doesn't it? But they've done it well. But we can leave Cathay where it is, I think. They've had the fun and the novelty of being a new faction. They've had some amazing miniatures. Then the AOS stuff, not for everyone, but Maggotkin of Nurgle, Festus the Leech Lord, just gross. Incredible centerpiece model. Just disgusting. And then the cavalry, very, very Darkwater inspired as well. They've obviously created Warhammer Quest Darkwater's Nurgle miniatures and Maggotkin of Nurgle, because the design aesthetic is very similar for those troops. All of the different characters and things in there. They've obviously, the same design team has worked closely with each other, which is cool. The Blight Kings were just ridiculous. The Rot Swords are really nice as well. Very solid. They're going to be horrible to play because Nurgle stuff is strong. The Pestigors were great. That face, man. Very, very cool. And then the Battle Tome coming as well. And what's this? Talking about Warhammer Quest. They will get their own War Scrolls and be a standalone box that will release later. So Darkwater stuff, because it is set in the Mortal Realms now, it is an Age of Sigmar thing. You will be able to use all of the Nurgle stuff from Darkwater. I wonder if that means the heroes are going to get profiles for the relative factions as well. But all of these are going to get rules, War Scrolls for AOS. That's amazing. Yeah, they do need to do that more. Share amazing models. It fits the setting. I mean, the design aesthetic. You look at this Nurgle stuff and you look at what we've just looked at. It all fits. I mean, these, it completely fits. But this box is looking amazing. I'm slightly concerned now. I love them. They're great. I'm slightly concerned because they have said that these characters will be released at a later date. For the Nurgle stuff, does that mean that the Quest box is going to be a limited release? Or does that just mean that they don't expect Maggotkin of Nurgle players to buy Warhammer Quest just to get these? But yeah, the winner was, I think, Darkwater. But then a new Path to Glory. That's so cool. That is so cool. And that looks like the path to glory is playing into Cities of Sigmar, so is that sort of confirming Cities of Sigmar is going to be the next battle tome as well? You think it's going to be a FOMO box, Dan? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly. I think it's been a solid preview. I think this year's previews on the whole, all of them, despite them not having too many of them, I think they've all been pretty good. I have to say, technical issues aside, and that's going to happen when it's live, there's always technical issues and things, you can never get it right. I think that everything shown off here was amazing. Quick shout out for the animations. We have a new trailer here. But the detail looks great, and it was nice to see some behind the scenes stuff with the mocap and the voice actors and things. They've confirmed that Black Talon is going to be coming around Christmas time as well, which is good because I've been waiting for these last 3 episodes. Yeah, solid. Really, really solid preview, I think. I hope that everybody is happy. This stream is going to stay up. I'm going to hopefully do some videos on these articles individually when we go through them in depth, like we do on the channel. But solid, absolutely solid preview. It's the last one of the year, so we're probably waiting for a little bit. We'll still have our reveals on Warcom and stuff. We are going to have a whole host of 500 Worlds reveals coming soon, I think. And that's going to be the big push. 40k is now going to be the focus. Sorry everybody else, but it's coming to the end of 10th. They're going to start to build up to 11th. That's all we're going to hear about for a while. But I think they've knocked it out of the park. But that's where I am going to call this stream before my voice completely goes. Dan, it's been amazing having you here. Thank you for keeping me company through the whole stream. And everybody else that's been watching and enjoying, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like on the stream. Let me know what stood out for you in the comments. As I say, this video is going to stay up, so if you missed anything, you want to go back and watch it again, you absolutely can. It will be on the channel. But yeah, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for the support. The channel growth has been incredible over the last few months, over the last year since we started this channel. So thank you all so much for being here. Hopefully we continue to grow, and as the channel gets bigger and we can do more things, we can do more live streams and things. But I'm going to stop waffling. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever time it is. And I'll see you all. Where's the right button? In the next one. Aha, that's what I want. Good night, guys. Have a good one.